All right, hello everyone. It is now Sunday, September 7th, and it's time for us to do a coin auction as advertised. Thank you all for checking it out, and thanks everyone who was at the preview a couple days ago and who has watched it since then. Hope you guys see something that you're interested in, or if not, you just want to hang out and see some cool coins, find some cool new homes. That's fine as well. That's fine as well. Um, Pretty standard auction rules we have here. We'll start out with just I'll put the lot number in chat. I'll say lot number 1, opening bid. I'll type that in chat, and then we'll do an auction. Usually we do $1 increments. Usually when we get over, I don't know, about 200 bucks or so, then maybe we move the $5 increments or so. Not really strict about that, and we don't get too crazy about that, but yeah, just don't put bids in chat unless you actually intend to bid and pay, please. And then I'll do a countdown in chat. I'll type in 3 and then 2 and then 1, and then I'll type in sold. If you get a bid in while I'm doing the countdown, 3, 2, 1, before I put in the word sold, we'll start another countdown after a few seconds of waiting for the other person to come back and bid again. So some people like to try to snipe in other auctions and get their bid in right before the sold. We give the other bidder a chance to come back. We know some people have different amounts of lag. Some people have different amounts of internet connection and speed. Sometimes an ad will pop up in the middle of your bidding and you might miss something. So I know that's been going on a lot on YouTube lately. I guess a lot of random ads popping up, especially on phone. So if anything like that happens and you need a couple extra seconds, you can just type something in chat to say hold on, or ad hold on, or something. Type in chat and we'll try to make sure you can get your bid in. We want everything to be fair, and we can't really control that on YouTube. I have ads set to manual. I don't have them on automatic, so there shouldn't be any popping up without us knowing about it. But YouTube does what YouTube wants to do. All right. We did take proxy bids for people that wanted to bid in advance, and we did receive several of those. So sometimes when you see on my auction catalog, which is the Google document that's pasted in chat and pinned at the top of the chat, we might not open at those bids if multiple proxy bids have been sent in advance. And all that is people that might not be here at the time of the auction sent me bids in advance to execute on their behalf, and they've given me a maximum. So on occasion, I'll be bidding against you in the chat on behalf of others. It's not me bidding, it's other bidders. And if there's a tie, for example, if someone puts a max bid of $50 on an item and you type in 50 in the chat, I'll sometimes say I have a prior bid of $50. The person that sent me the proxy got me their bid first. I got to execute their bid, even if you type it in chat without seeing anything else. But when I do that and tie you, you know that that's the person's max bid. You could come right back with 51 and win it. Now, if you bid 50 and then I bid 51 proxy bid, you know that their max bid is 51 or higher, and you'd have to come back a little bit higher, and so on and so forth. Try to do that as fairly as possible. If you have questions on that, let me know. If you are an auction winner today, you need to send me an email, mike@kittlecoins.com. We got our email address right up here on the screen somewhere. Just let me know so I have your contact information, and let me know how you plan to pay. We can send you a PayPal invoice. We can do Google Pay, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. A check or money order in the mail would be fine too if you want to go that route. I don't ship out until I have payment, so I think that's all good. So thank you in advance for that. Let me know how you want to do it. Hey Cookie, how you doing? Dude, what's up? Gringo up in the channel, up in the chat. All right. And one more thing, shipping is not free. Shipping costs a lot of money these days. I'm sure you might have noticed that. All winners will be charged shipping of either $5, $10, or $15, depending on how much you buy and how much it costs and how much it weighs. You know, we'll try to be as fair as possible with the shipping. I'm not going to try to make money on that. And in fact, even at those prices of $5, $10, or $15, I usually end up losing a couple dollars on shipping by the time it, you know, gets all added up. So if you do have a Kittle Fan Plus channel membership, you do pay half price of the shipping, and if you have a Kittle Fan Plus or higher channel membership, you get free shipping. Just remind me when you email me after the auction that you have one of those memberships, because YouTube does a very poor job of letting me know who's a member, and we know who a member is. I see the icon after your name, but they never really tell me who's the plus or plus. I can look in and I see when you guys make membership posts and things like that, and I can. But if you're trying to take advantage of your half price or free shipping, just let me know. It's so much easier for me. Cookie's getting some headphones back. Nice. That's a big thing, isn't it? What is that member badge Gringo has? What do you mean? Looks like a gold coin. Looks like a gold coin. It looks like a gold coin better than your gold coin. Almost looks like an octagonal pan pack $50 piece, doesn't it? All right. And I probably got the same one too. Let me type in chat. Hello. Yeah, I probably got the same one. It's not round. Yeah, it's not. There were two $50 pan pack commemoratives in 1950. Well, there were 5 commemoratives, I believe, in 1915. 2 of them were $50 gold pieces. One was round, and one was octagonal shaped. And you want to see them? Here, I'll show you them. I got them right here. Hold on. Let me grab them. Oh, wait, I don't have those because those are like over $100,000 a piece for a nice example. But I can get the red book here and show you what that looks like right here. All right. There was a round and an octagonal. $50. And mintage of the round was 483. Octagonal was 645. I believe they actually minted about 1,500 of each, but they only sold 483 and 645, and then they melted down the ones that weren't sold. So, very cool, right? And they sold those at the Pan Pac Expo in San Francisco, 1915. They sold them for $100 each. They got nice owls on them. $100 each, which, you know, double face value. They're $50 face value, which, you know, a lot of people just couldn't afford to spend $100 to buy $50. But a lot of people could. I mean, some people could, and some people actually bought 2 of each, just so you could display the front and the back at the same time without having to have people touch them. And they made some nice display sets for those. How many were minted? 1,500 of each, but more than 2/3 or so of them were destroyed after the fair because they were unsold. So it was 483 of the round and 645 of the octagonal were what were actually sold. All right, we do have, if you're looking at the spreadsheet, we do have a few buy it now opportunities available to you. At any time from right now, anytime through the auction or through the end of the auction. If you want one of these, let me know. We have The 2022 Blue 007 1-ounce silver from 2020, and it just rolled away. Comes in a capsule, so it keeps me from getting fingerprints all over it. We have these available at a buy it now price of $47. We do got multiples available, so if you want one of those, let us know. We also have some 2-ounce silver, a little thick tombstone bar from Monarch Precious Metals. I believe we have up to 5 of these available. 2 ounces of 999 fine silver, Monarch Precious Metals. And we got these listed at $88. Again, silver's at $41 an ounce, so the melt value of this is 82, so just a few bucks over the silver value. It's an older, cool little bar. And also, be nice to have the original mint packaging came in. Are you talking about the $50 pan packs? Well, there really wasn't mint packaging, but there was packaging available at the fair. They were copper frames that would hold them. They were like, you could get the coins framed, and it was like, yeah, the frame was made of copper, and I don't know what the inside really was, but they would display the coins, and they were sold by the people. It wasn't really the mint doing it. It was, I believe it was a dealer, or maybe it was through the, I don't remember exactly who put it together without looking it up. I don't want to give you the wrong information, but those frames, just the empty frames for some of those go for thousands and thousands of dollars now. They're really cool. And there was actually a double set that held 10 coins. So it was 2 of the halves, 2 of the dollars, 2 of the 2.5s, and then 2 of each of the $50 round and octagonal, just so you could see the obverse and reverse. So the double frame was big bucks. And this one here is the 2020 American Liberty High Relief Silver from 2022. I think that's what I said. Maybe I said 2020. Kyle's a Kittle fan for 43 months. Let's go. Thank you very much. If you want one of these, we have these available at the original mint issue price of $75, and you get the box and paperwork with them as well. These are just really, really cool. Really, really cool. I know they've been the gold one has gone up so much in value. It's almost $10,000 to get one of the gold ones now. The silver ones have gone up a little bit, not quite as much because they made a lot more of them, and these aren't really coins, they're silver medals. But every time I see them lately, they're worth more than the mint issue price. I just got a bunch of them right now, so if you want one at the mint issue price, let me know, and I can try to hook you up. All right, let's set these over to the side somewhere. So those are some buy it nows we have available. We also have available as a buy it now sets of the blue pack Eisenhower dollars and the brown box Eisenhower dollars. So if you want a set of all 4 of the silver blue pack Ike dollars, 71, 72, 73, and 74, the silver value is about $13 per coin on those right now. The blue pack Ike sets are $62 for all 4, and the brown box proof silver, 71 through 74, are $67 each. So not too much of a premium on those over the silver price, and if you've ever shopped for those, you'll know that the 73s and 74s usually go for a premium anyway. I don't think anybody needs to see those right now. You guys know what an Eisenhower dollar looks like. All right, with that said, I think it's now past 12 noon, 3 p.m. Eastern time. I think we should sell some coins. Anybody have any other questions? Invisible River Ranch. You got the one from the 1876. Oh, the 1876 Centennial medals. Those are real cool. They did those in a couple different finishes. They did them in what, copper, silver, and then a gold plated. Those are cool. All right. Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll get right into it. We're going to start out with lot number 1. Lot number 1. This one is a 1924 San Francisco peace dollar. Slightly better date, low mintage of under 2 million. We gave the exact number last time. If anybody wants, I can look it up again. I think it was around 1.5 or 1.7 million. Not the best condition it's circulated, but if you're looking for an album filler, this one opens at 32. So I'm going to type in chat, lot 1, open 32. All right, and remember the silver melt value on the silver dollar right now is what, about 31.70 or something like that. So it's basically the silver value is what we're asking on this. Basically, just starting at the silver value. Any interest in the 24S? There's the estimate mark. I did not receive any proxy bids on this one, otherwise I would have already put a bid in. Just so you know how that works. Again, I'm showing it kind of quick. We already had a preview, so people might have already seen these already. If you want me to zoom in or show anything in particular, just ask. Just ask. Don't be shy. 1924 San Francisco. All right, doesn't look like there's any interest, or I'm not seeing any in the chat. So I'll still go ahead and count it down. Just in case someone's waiting to put a bid in. And that one goes unsold. Next up, we have lot number 2. And that's going to open. And as soon as I say open in chat, you guys can start bidding, if that's what you're waiting for. Lot number 2 is a 1935 San Francisco piece dollar. Again, another low mintage semi-key date. Again, it's not in the best condition. But again, it could be an album hole filler for you until you get a nicer one. And it's basically at the silver melt value. Starting at $32. 35S, you guys can see it there. 35S piece dollar. Lot number 2, open at $32. Any interest? If not, we will pass on this one. Oh for 2. You guys are going to make this a quick auction. Next up, lot number 3. We have 3 circulated 1922 piece dollars. And we took a look at these. I can pull them out of here again. They're not in horrible condition. There's some that have some luster left to them. Let's go ahead and put in lot 3, open at $120. That's $30 each. And remember, if we look up what the silver value on coinflation right now, the silver value of a silver dollar right now is $31.73 and change. Gringo wants to be down for the 35S. I can do that. Gringo OG. Thank you, Gringo. At 32. Cool. And then we'll just leave the first one blank because no one bought that. All right, so these are 4 silver dollars. Current melt value at $31.73 a piece. And if I do a little bit of math here, 31.73 times 4 is $126.92 of silver if you melted them. And we are open at $120 on these. $120. Any interest on the 4 silver dollars at $120? $30 a piece is the opening bid. I'll just see what one looks like up close to see, you know, the condition roughly. They're circulated. They're 1922s. It's basically at this price, it's junk silver, but better than buying a bunch of Roosevelt dimes or slick Washington quarters, in my opinion. So if you're looking to stack a little silver, there you go. Any interest on lot number 3? If not, we will go ahead and pass on this as well. I'll keep them. Enjoyed the show. Thanks, Gold Maple. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Thanks, everybody, for who's already come in and hit that like button for us. And all right, nobody wants piece dollars, huh? That's not good. What's not good about that is I got 2 more lots of these coming up, so we'll give people a chance, though. Maybe they like these ones better. Lot number 4. Junk silver. It's junk. A lot of people like to call it 90% just because they don't like the word junk. Some internet people started calling it constitutional in recent years because they think it has something to do with the Constitution of the United States, which it doesn't. But they think it's nicer than calling it junk. Okay, sure. But ask any coin dealer who's been in business for more than a couple of years, and you can even look in the Wall Street Journal and look at the prices, all the stock prices. There's a list in the commodities page for junk silver. So that's what they call it. It doesn't mean the coins are junk. It just means that the silver value is more than the numismatic value. That's all it means. But this is our nice little group. I mean, the coins aren't bad. Look at that. That's not bad. Starting at 120. 120. 419.22 piece dollars. $30 each. That's about almost $7 under the silver value. Would barber dimes and quarters be considered junk? Well, that's a good point, Gold Maple, because, yeah, in the 80s and 90s, you'd buy that as junk silver all the time. They would be in groups of junk silver, especially lower grade slick ones. But right now, probably not. Most dealers would sell that. Like right now, let's just say you would buy junk. What's a fair price for junk silver right now? Let's just say for a round number, it's 30 times face value. Okay? You're probably not going to get any barbers right now for 30 times face value. Maybe if they're super slick and junky. Maybe, but probably not. Most dealers would be selling maybe at 35 times or 40 times face value. A little bit of a premium over junk. That means they have a little bit of numismatic value. Because all else being equal, if we're going to our dealer and we see a few bags of junk silver, say $5 face each, and you got Roosevelt dimes, you got Burke dimes, and then you got barbers. Every one of us is going to pick the barbers at the same price. Almost, right? Now, some people that only care about the silver are going for the Roosevelts because they're got less wear and maybe a little bit more silver weight to them. Not much more, but a little bit. But most of us are going for the barbers. And that's because there's a premium to them. I mean, even you go back far enough, you could get seeded stuff in junk silver. Not anymore. So yeah, what is junk silver today? Like right here. I can't even sell these right now. We're going to go ahead and do a countdown. I can't even sell these at junk silver prices. So are piece dollars junk silver? Right now, today they are for a circulated piece dollar. Were they a few months ago or a couple years ago? Absolutely not. All silver dollars went for a premium over junk. If silver goes to $100 an ounce, will really nice stuff all of a sudden be called junk silver? Yeah, it will, because the silver will be worth more. So what we call junk silver changes based on the market. Make sense? I think it does. You might not like it being called junk, but that's just what we call it. Don't get mad. All right, so if you guys didn't like a couple of groups of 4 piece dollars, I'm sure you're really going to hate a group of 5 piece dollars. Lot number 5. And these are not all 1922s. Let's just go here. Lot 5 open at 150. Trying to type a dollar sign. Lot number 5 is now open at 150. And if you guys have other questions, let us know. Let us know, of course. We're here to chat. We're here to make sure you know what you're buying. And if we can educate a little bit, too. Educate each other, not just me educating you. I learned stuff, too, at these. Of course. I think most were 1922s, and then, yeah, this one here was a 1923. There we go. 5 piece dollars. $30 each is the bid. And let's go ahead and write on the spreadsheet just so we know. That lot 1 passed. Lot 3. Lot 4. And it's looking like lot number 5 is going the same way. Nobody likes the piece dollars. Well, I know what's going to be on special at the Michael Kittle Rare Coins table at the Buena Park Coin Show coming up September 13th and 14th in beautiful Buena Park, California. I know what's going to be on special at the Michael Kittle Rare Coins table. We'll pass on those. Alrighty. Am I live? Is this thing on? No, I know it is. I'm just kidding, you guys. All right, next up, lot number 6. This one will sell, I guarantee it, because I have a few proxy bids on it. This one is lot number 6. You liked them, but you're broke. Uh-oh. There's Vanda. Lot number 6 is the 1884 Morgan silver dollar that has some toning. So I'm going to type in lot 6. And this one we had on the sheet opening at 40, but we had multiple proxy bids. So I'm actually opening this one with a bid of 52. So I need a bid of 53 to go. So no, I have that wrong. I have a bid of 53, so I'm opening at 53, so next bid is 54. Next bid is 54 on this one. Sorry if I said that wrong. But this one is, we looked at this real closely in the preview. I think there might be a touch of rub on the cheek, so technically we would say, let's get it out of the flip, show it again. Technically, it might be called an AU 58 or so. But it's got some nice color. I think most would grade it 62-ish. Let's show this under the scope one more time just because it's got some cool colors. How we doing, Shannon? Lots of greens and a little bit of orange and yellowish and gold, and at least those are that's what I think the colors are. A couple fingerprints. That's a nice coin. We have a bid of 53. Need 54 to go higher. Need 54 to go higher. Again, there's some flatness in the hair. I think most of that is weak strike. But just there on the chin and cheek, I think there might be a little bit of rub there. So technically, we can't say I'm not going to say it's uncirculated, though. But I think that would grade that way if someone. But I don't think it's worth grading anyway. All right. Some nice little toning to it. Anyone else? Or are we going to sell it? How we doing, Amy? And that one sold to our proxy bidder. All right, for 53. Pass on lot 5. Winner of lot 6 at hitting all the wrong keys right now. I'm sorry. Trying to get it right. $53. All right. Sounds good. Thank you for that. Let's get this back in the flip carefully. That was lot number 6. Lot number 7. Next up. This one is going to open at 82, which is the silver belt value. Lot 7, open $82. And it's a JM Bullion 2-ounce silver round. That's what it is. A JM Bullion 2-ounce silver round. 999 fine silver, 2 troy ounces. JM Bullion. And it's actually probably just a couple cents under silver belt, because wasn't it silver like 41.03 or something like that? So at $82, we're a few cents under silver. Any interest in the 2-ounce? And usually the 2-ouncers go for a premium. But maybe not today. Get the chunky one for sure. Any interest on the 2-ounce silver at $82 opening bid? Anyone? Anyone? We're not going to stall too long. We'll move on to the next if nobody wants it. Pass. All right, next up is lot number 8. I have 2 of these available, but the auction is just for one of them. The winner of the auction, when I have 2 items like this, the winner will have the choice to buy one or both at that price. If the winner wants both, they get both at the price they bid, times 2, of course. If they only want one, I'll offer another one to the underbidder at the price, if that makes sense. You'll see how it works. All right, this is lot number 8, Coca-Cola 1 ounce silver bar. And we have to open this one at, what is this, lot number 8? Yeah, open at 45. Okay. Open at 45, which I gotta actually say open at 46, because I do have a proxy bid at 45. The opening bid was 45. I got a proxy bid. I wrote that down wrong on my list. Sorry. We do have a proxy bid, so I need a bid of... Actually, I should say proxy at 45. So the next bid is 46. If anybody wants one of these. Shannon goes 46. Nice. And he's got the Coke bar on the back. Coke bottle, I guess. We could show those again. So I got to go proxy 47. Proxy 47 outbid Shannon. Clever coin conspiracies in the channel and in the chat. Very nice. Very nice. Again, you're bidding on 1 bar, but there's 2 available, so if you want both, you just double your bid, but the bid is for 1 bar, just to be clear. And I can show it says that they're 1 ounce, 9.99 fine silver to Coca-Cola Company. I'd like to buy the world of Coke. And then I'll go proxy 49. Shannon says out. All right, so we're going to do this because I'm nice. If Shannon agrees to it, I think all the rest of the bidding is out. I'll just go 3, 2, 1, sold. The proxy bidder had a max a little bit higher, but they only wanted 1 bar. So what I think I want to do, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. If Shannon does want one, we'll do both at 48, if that works. 1 to Shannon, 1 to the proxy bidder. So if you still want one at 48, you can have one. All right, so, and I'll give the proxy bidder one at 48 as well. Just to make them a fair price. Yes, 48. Thank you, Shannon. So I'll put that down, and then Shannon Smith at 48. And I'll put both started at 45. That's fair. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, lot number 9 is next, and that is the 1964 stone set in the wallet. Lot 9, and this is going to open at 25, and I got a proxy of 25 right away. So I think that's how I got to type it. I got a proxy of 25. Yeah. So this is a 1964 set in there. The quarter's got real nice toning, I think. We looked at that. The plastic's all scratched up and all messed up to heck. And if you wanted to put your photos or IDs or anything in these plastic, they're kind of dirty and gross. You might want to clean that up, or I don't know. I don't know if there's an easy way to get to the coins in here. I've never really explored too much on that. So I don't know what the reverse of these look like. That's how I got it. And that's how I'm keeping it. I hunted through a little bit to make sure there's not a $500 bill tucked in there somewhere, but I mean, I didn't really look that good, or that well, I should say, but there might be. I don't know. Did I even look in here? No, there's nothing in there. Okay. We'll see. But yeah, we got a 90% silver, half, quarter, and dime right there. So you got 85 cents face value at 90%. So that's worth about where we're at on the bid anyway. Kind of cool. Yeah, that's, you know, wouldn't be fun to sit on for an extended amount of time, I think. But I think if you were a real coin geek, you know, it'd be fun to pull out at a coin club meeting or a coin show, right? We got a proxy bid of 28 in the lead. Proxy bid of 28 is in the lead. Good way to get robbed of your life savings? Well, maybe. Or the other way you could look at it is, even if you run out of cash, you always got, you know, 25, 30 bucks worth of silver right there. Right? some emergency cash with you at all times. With proxy bidder of 28 is in the lead. Any other interest in the silver 1964 5-coin wallet? Wallets, I mean, it feels like it's real leather, and it's not all brittle, it's soft, and it's not a real piece of junk or anything. Grandpa hit 100 behind the lining as well. Yeah, I have a relative, a family member, Kyle, that between all the credit cards and all the photos in his wallet are folded up $100 bills. So in the wallet hidden, there's at least $1,000 cash. And we're like, why do you do that? And the short answer is so they can bail themselves out if they ever get arrested. All right, we're going to go ahead and count this down. We got a bid of 28 is in the lead. How'd you get kicked out? Lady Kid, I see your member right there. I don't know. Well, Lady Kid, a while back, I did have to redo my membership tiers a little bit just to make gifting memberships easier. So I think I lowered the price of the Kittle fan, and I had to raise the price of the fan plus just to make membership gifting easier on the channel. So maybe that happened, or maybe you didn't. I know that happened to everyone, and maybe you just didn't notice and renew. So this one goes to Vern Lapointe. But thank you very much. Thank you very much, lady, for being the channel member. Vern gets that wallet well under the max bid. You lucky dog, Vern. But I don't care. I'm happy you got it. Next up is... Oh, we're selling that? Oh, yeah, I forgot about these. This is the 1953 proof set that everybody told me I started way too low. Kids got air tags in their shoes. Our parents used to put a $100 bill in your sock and a... Yeah, we used to do that. Yeah, when we go to Chicago and stuff, or like go to a concert, we'd have to fold up money and put it in our shoe. Yeah, Roy, you gotta have that bail money. You never know, right? All right, this one is going to be lot number 10. It's a 1953 proof set, partial proof set. And this one, I got to open at... Well, the opening bid, I started it at 60. I guess I'll type it like that. I know this is confusing with the proxy, but I got multiple proxies, so I'm going to say proxy 71 right away. So we're at $71 on this. Partial 1953 proof set. It's just missing the cent. The other coins are pretty nice. If you want me to zoom in or look close at any of them, let me know. But it is a better date for sure. I think the full proof set, I see them go for around 175 to 225 bucks. So I started this one way too low is what I'm trying to tell you. And someone's going to get it cheap, I think. But that's okay. It's not a full set, and I should have done more time. I should have spent more time looking it up when I listed it. We got a proxy bid of 71 in the lead. Any other interest? Kyle goes 72 on the set. And we'll go proxy 73. Have a good one, Lady Kid. Hope the VCRs are all well. Kyle goes 74, proxy 75. Gringo says Burb. Thank you, Gringo. Again, this is lot number 10, the partial 1953 proof set, missing the cent. Nobody will ever know if I bid up my own stuff. I guess that's true, Aaron. Like, I could just be making up all these proxies. But the answer to that I would give you is I'm a good person. Kyle at 76, the proxy bidder is out. Kyle's in the lead. The answer I'd give you is that I'm a good person, and I'm not going to do that. And I'd rather sell the stuff than keep it. That's why I'm doing an auction. The other answer is when I'm done with this, I won't right now because the proxy bidder's out. But when on the last one, I said proxy bid at 28. You see me type in the spreadsheet. Vern was the proxy bidder at 28. What you don't know is I got a list here that says Vern had a higher max bid. I mean, so it's kind of making me cry a little bit that it didn't sell for more. But yeah, I mean, could I be running people up a little bit? Like, could I have said, oh, I had more proxy bidders and ran Vern up? I could have. But that's not a good way to keep customers happy, and it's not fair. And I guess if there was something I really thought was cheap, I could just make up, oh yeah, I got a proxy bidder and put like John Doe as the winner and then keep it. But then you'd probably see it later in another auction of mine and you'd be like, hey, Kittle, I thought that sold. And I don't want to play those games. So anyway, that's my answer to that. Gringo OG22 sending 20 Kittle Got Game memberships to the chat. Holy cow, Gringo, you didn't have to do that. Holy cow, look at all those people getting memberships now. Thanks, Gringo. Heck yeah. Now that's going to be... Is that going to... I think they changed how it shows up on the screen. It just said Gringo gifted 20 memberships. It used to actually make a noise for every single person on the screen there. Oh, it's probably going to do that too, isn't it? Well, that'll interrupt the auction for the next few minutes, but that's okay. We got Kyle in the lead at $76 on the 1953 partial proof set. Kyle in the lead. Any other interest on the... I could make that disappear if we really wanted to zoom in and look at something too, so it's all good. Thank you, Gringo. They aren't KGG members? Oh, they're MKRC. I'm thinking of the other channel. Okay. What's up, KT? How you doing? All right. Kyle in the lead at 76 on the 53 proof set, missing the cent. Counting it down in chat. Bank Station got one. Frosty Odyssey. Nice. All right, there we go. Kyle getting a steal there, in my opinion. I think you could probably sell just a Franklin half for that. Almost certainly. Kyle Preston at 76. All right, next up we have lot number 11, what I believe would be next. And that's this. I mean, I think what you're bidding on here is you're bidding on mostly this cool proof set holder. I like this proof set holder. It's got the coins in there again, not covered with any plastic, and they got some fingerprints on them. I just like how it puts, like you can see here, this red felt kind of dyed the top of it all pink there. Got impressions of the coins and the padding. I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. Anyway, this is lot number 11, a 1963 proof set in an old cool holder. And this is opening at 25 bucks. Opening at 25 bucks. Got no proxies on this one. It's wide open. Wide open. Birthday next month will be a nice gift. Nice, Kyle. Nice. Maybe we can hunt down the cent if you want to try completing it. Shouldn't be too bad. But I could have been doing that any time in the last 15 years I've had it, probably. Or 10 years have been since I broke it up or whatever. Thank you again, Gringo, for the Michael Kittle Rare Coin Kittle fan memberships to the chat. Holy cow, we got 20 new members just like that. Very cool set. Gringo has an opening bid of 25 on it. 25. Very fun. Very fun. And again, at 25 bucks, it's pretty much the silver melt value. I mean, I can figure out the exact silver melt value. I know math. Here we go. It melts for about 29 times face value. 29. It's actually like, I'll get you the exact number. Let's do it right. 29.68 times face value. And we got 0.85 silver. So the silver melt value on this is $25.23. Plus you get the nickel and the dime. So there you go. $25 bid. Any other interest? Anyone else? Last call. Gonna count it down. And the case for free. That's right, Invisible River Ranch. And the case for free. I could probably sell that case for 10, 15 bucks to 20 bucks to somebody, right? And then they could put their own coins in there. That quarter's about ready to pop out. Okay. All right, that was sold to Mr. Green. Go. OG 22 for 25, and I'll just close that right up. Latch it shut. Carefully so I don't break these. Well, that one's not wanting to shut easy. There we go. That is yours. Next up, we have lot number 12, which is some California gold. Some California gold. You like the impressions left it? Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? John, how we doing? 72. What are we bidding on, John? Are you bidding on the... He's probably bidding on the 53 proof set. He's probably trying to bid on the 53 proof set still. All right. I'm not going to name any names or anything, but I think I broke up that 53 proof set for John. I think I sold him the cent years and years and years ago from that set. I'm not going to name any names or anything. All right, next up we are on lot number 12, which is the 1997 California 10th ounce gold. Lot 12 opens at $375, and I got a proxy of $375 on this one. Opens at $375. I gotta keep looking at my list to make sure I've got the right item. And that is the California gold, sold by the state of California. Let's look at the microscope again so you know what we got. Sealed in the original holder. Got the Bears. 1/10 ounce, 4 nines fine, 1997. It's got the CC mint mark there underneath the bear. Not for Carson City, but that's for Continental Coin. John, you need to pay attention to the chat there. You're way off. Sorry. Then there's the seal of California on the other side. We got an opening bid of $375. We have that, so we need $380 to go on. We'll do $5 increments. I'm trying to show this without bending the flip too much. There we go. Seal of California. 1/10 ounce gold. 4 nines fine, and then you see the seal on the certificate. There's the certificate number. Pretty cool. California gold. Any other interest in this? Or it's going to the proxy bidder. These are cool. Anyone? Anyone? Hopefully the holdout... What do you mean there? Pretty dang cool. Hopefully your holdout works in your favor. I don't know what that means, Aaron, but... Whatever it is, I hope it works in your favor. All right, we got a bid of $375. Any other interest? How we doing, Neil? That one is sold for $375, right at the opening bid. Thank you to our proxy bidder on that one. Congratulations. Next, we got a piece of gold made by Dan Carr of the Moonlight Mint. The next 3 lots will be gold from Dan Carr of the Moonlight Mint. This one is lot 13. Open $375, and I'll put proxy $375 right off the bat there. Show that one under the scope. This one is a 2016 1/10 ounce of Colorado gold. You can see the holder it's in. The plastic flip is kind of beat up and dirty, but I'd rather not touch the coin. Prospector's Gold and Gems out of Colorado, and it's Colorado gold. And let me show the other side here. There it is, 24 karat fine, 999 plus. You got the DC right there for Dan Carr. 0.10 troy ounces, 24 karat. And we got a bid of $375. These are pretty. This is a 2016 version. This is the only one we got from 2016. So, any other interest in that? If not, The proxy bidder will be pretty excited about that, I think. 375 going 3. 2-1 in the chat. Dan Carr does make some really cool things. I should have an unboxing video coming out pretty soon, Gringo. Pretty soon. This month sometime is the plan, with some Dan Carr items that we recently had graded. Recently, right? Recently in air quotes, right? And that one goes to a proxy bidder for only $375. And that's another way Aaron Krause questioning, or maybe being devil's advocate a little bit about the proxy bidding, is how do you know I'm being fair and on the proxy bids is, well, submit some proxy bids and you'll see. Because sometimes you'll submit a proxy bid and you'll get run up to your max bid and you'll be like, oh, okay, was that fair? I don't know. Or sometimes you'll submit proxy bids and they'll go for way under your max bid and you'll go, oh, I guess Kittle was fair. I mean, that's one way to do it. All right, next up is lot number 14. Opens at $375, and I do not have a proxy bid on this one. Let me just double check. Hold on. I do not have a proxy bid on this one. So this one is open at $375. And let me go ahead and show this. Same thing, just a different date. 2020. Got a little die gouge or something, or a crack after the D of gold at the top. That's kind of cool. Got some nice rolls. We got all kinds of nice stuff here. Whatever you need. There you go. Got no bids on this one yet. It is open at $375. Well under the price of any other 10th ounce gold you can get anywhere else that I could find. Well under. I think they're selling these on their website right now, Prospectors Gold and Gems. It's a dealer that Dan Carr works with in Colorado. I think someone told me they're selling them on their website right now at $430 or $435 or something like that. So yeah, opening bid of $375. How many total rolls do we have? Of what? What are we talking about? Of gold? Not many rolls of gold. But that's rule number 1 of deep stacking, right? Invisible River Ranch is don't tell people about the deep stack. You don't tell people. I see people on Instagram and Facebook and all those different social medias talking about their stack. Oh, I got 1,000 ounces, or I got 2,000, or I'm in the 3,000 ounce stuff. It's like, okay, 90% of that is probably just BS anyway, because it's just people bragging about it. But like, why would you really tell anyone? Publicly, right? All right, this is lot number 14. We got no bids on it. Nobody wants it. We're going to count it down. Lot number 14. Just to make sure no bids come in at the last second. Give you a fair chance on it. That one passes. If I got to keep little Dan Carr gold coins, then I have to keep them. Next up's the same thing, so this one's probably going to be a little faster. Open 375. We got no proxy bids. Lot number 15. Same thing, 2020 Dan Carr Prospector 1/10 ounce gold. 1/10 ounce gold. Any interest? I guess I'll quickly show it under the scope in case you like this one better and maybe want to put a bid in. If not, we're going to wrap it up. There it is. And there it is through 2 layers of plastic. How many of these did he do? I'm not totally sure. Does he put these in the mintage stats on his website since he does them for another dealer? I'm not sure. He might. He might actually have the mintage stats. Do you really want to know? Let me look. Let me see if I can spend like 1 minute looking. And at this time, we're about halfway through the auction. Should we take a little intermission? Take a deep breath. Maybe go refill your water if you need to. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it on here. Let me see. I don't know where he lists it on his website. Where would he list this? It's not there. It's not there. Commemorative, no. Commemorative metals, no. Bars and ingots, no. Pioneer Bullion, I don't think it's that. Is it? Well, I found the 2014s on here. Does he have the new ones? But those he made for himself, I think. I don't think he made those for prospectors. Did he? Let me look again. Let me look here. I'm trying to find it real quick. That one is for prospectors. That's just for the 2014 issues, and those were real limited. Those they only made 33 of the golds. No, wrong. Hold on. Those they made 28 of the proof golds and 20 of the satin finish in 2014. Let me see if I can find 2016 or items designed minted for others. It might be on this page. Prospector Bullion. Okay, so here's how it works. Here's what I found on his website, and I'll actually share this with you since we're learning. This is the Dan Carr Moonlight Mint website. The reason I found the 2014s is that Dan Carr actually struck the 14s on his press. The 2015 through present are still the dies made by Dan Carr, but Dave at Prospectors strikes them himself at Prospectors. But they're using Dan Carr dies. So he doesn't have the mintage stats from 2015 to present because he's not minting them. So that answers that. But in 2014, Dan did the minting and the dies, and there was 20 of them in gold. 20 in satin finish, 28 in proof. So I'm sure the mintage is a little higher than that on the later years when he's doing them himself at the shop, or he sells them at coin shows as well. But I'd guess for each year, I would bet almost anything the mintage is well under 1,000. Could it be in as low as 100? Maybe. I don't know. Depends on how many he sells that year and what gold prices are and how many shows he does and all that. Okay? And if you guys don't know, this is just to show this again. This was Dan Carr. You go to Moonlight Mint, DC coin. He has all of his mintage stats here, so you can go to like Coin Club medals, for example. Scroll down and see all the cool medals he's made for different coin clubs around the country. Made lots of cool stuff. Like even the Glendale Coin Club in California, which is a really cool club that you guys should check out sometime. You can see that like they got really nice medals. Like look at this one they did in 2015, or their first one in 2014. Look, they made 9 and 50 grams of gold. Holy cow, those would be cool to see, right? And then look at in 2015 they did 8 of them in solid gold. Holy cow, those got to be huge. And then in 2016 only 7 minted in pure gold. Holy cow, wouldn't that be cool to see those? Wouldn't that be cool to see those? Look at these things. Mintage of 9. Mintage of 8. And I know a couple of these have been melted, unfortunately. And how about this? A mintage of 7. A few of these have been melted, unfortunately. That's sad, isn't it? But gold prices being where they're at, these things, just the melt value of these is over $5,000 each. Right here, it's what, about $16,000 of gold. It's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts that the gold value is that high. Anyway, that was no sale on lot number 15, right? So that was a pass. But that's one reason a lot of people like Dan Carr and his stuff is all of his mintage information and all his records. He keeps it all available. He doesn't try to keep anything hidden there. And it's all transparent is what we like, right? not being a major coin. You always hear me talk about Dan Carr. Is there another person considered like top-notch guy in the coin world? Like you need their coin? Well, there's people. He's a private minter, Amanda. So he designed stuff, and he bought a coin press from the Denver Mint and restored it. He bought an old press that was broken, restored it, and now he makes his own stuff. So he's a private minter, and he makes really cool stuff, and he does a really good job, and he makes popular stuff. Another one would be Ron Landis. He just passed away recently. He engraves a lot of cool stuff and made private coins and stuff and different metals and coin designs and a whole bunch of stuff. All right, next up, we back to the auction. You guys ready for a big coin? Lot number 16. This bad boy right here from Mexico. 12-ounce silver. This is constitutional silver. We were talking about junk silver earlier. This is actually constitutional silver. Silver commemorative of the 200th anniversary of the Constitution of the United States. Put out, and I'll show the reverse here. Right there. Again, the second half of the capsule stuck in the holder. And this capsule is broken slightly, so it popped right open. But that's how nice the coin itself is. 12 onzas from Mexico, 1987. We'll just leave that there right now for now. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. So, but this is going to be lot number 16. And we were opening this barely above the silver value at 500. And I have a proxy of 555 so far. We had a couple proxy bids come in. That tells you right there, the two highest proxy bids I got were 550, and then the other bid was higher. So I executed for the top bidder 555. Their max bid may be 555, or it may be higher. That's how we do it. So any other interest beyond 555, let's do $5 increments on this. Really cool piece, and it does have the certificate of authenticity still in the box, telling you that this was made in Mexico, 12-ounce USA. Salute to the USA Constitution. And the maximum mintage of these was going to be 5,000. I don't know if they minted 5,000. I've never seen a cert number that high. This one's number 91 of 5,000. I don't know how many they actually made. 12 ounces, it's a troy pound. It's a pound of silver. Troy. That's what it is. There's another cool 12-ounce silver coin that I'm bidding on in auction right now that Gringo would really love. If I win it, I'll tell him. Do we get any auctioneer voice? Not yet. We're at 555. Any other bids? We're not selling enough to get auctioneer voice, Kyle. Everything's getting passed, and yeah. Makes a good paperweight? Yeah, exactly. And it comes in a nice box, too. How about that? What do they say on Home Shopping? Red Oak presentation box? I don't know what this is made of, but the box is actually made in Thailand, it says at the very bottom. It says box made in Thailand on a little sticker. So it's even got the original made in Thailand sticker. So I'm going to quickly flip the whole box over to get this coin back in the capsule without having it fall out or without touching it. There we go. 200th anniversary of the Constitution. Any other interest? Any other interest? If not, it's going to the proxy bidder. There we go. Congrats. And that is that. Close that box back up. Make sure I get it closed. There we go. And that is sold. Gone. Not mine anymore. Congrats. Next up is probably the biggest coin we have in the sale, right? Oh, it's heavy. Wow. Okay. Lot number 17. Open at $1,400. Lot number 17, and we have no proxy bid on this one, so it's wide open for you. This is the 2000 Zambia 20,000 kwacha. 400 years of Japan-Netherlands relations. So it's Zambia. Japan, Netherlands, and it's got Queen Elizabeth on it. Okay? And it has a colorized Ko-Imari plate on the side. So it's basically Japanese porcelain plate that I think they made for trade in Europe at the time, is what the kind of deal is. And only 500 of these were minted. That's a big old thicky thick. 1 kilo. Yeah, this could be a world kilo silver auction right here, 1 coin. So Kyle, when anyone asks when the last kilo auction I did, it's right now. World kilo auction right here. And $1,400 is way cheaper than most of those kilos of little silver coins end up going for, isn't it? Any interest? Basically, we looked this up on Friday night. The silver melt value on this is $1,320. So it's only an $80 premium over the melt value. And we know with silver prices, if silver goes up $2 more, then $1,400 is basically melt. So great opportunity to get something. Only 500 minted if you're interested in a big old kilo. If not, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to take it to the coin show next weekend and probably try to sell it for 1,800 or more. We'll see. That's what I'll ask for it. And if it doesn't sell there, I'm probably going to list it on eBay for $19.95 or best offer and hype up the 500 vintage and hope it sells. Yeah, kind of like the scalloped design, the look there, the little... It's kind of cool, right? Ugh. Okay, cool. All right, we'll go ahead and count it down. You've had your chance. Yeah, kind of like a snake skin, too. You're right. Oh, so heavy. And that's the problem with these. That's why I don't like ever taking these things to coin shows. And that's probably why it's been in a box for the last decade or so that I've had it. And, like, you drop these and these capsules break, you can't get this capsule again. They make, there's all kinds of different kilos and different capsules. They're all slightly different. They don't hold the coins exactly right. Like, if you break that original capsule, you're screwed. All right, next up is a box. And next up is another box. We have 2 of these available. We're going to be bidding on 1, and the winner will have the option of getting both at that price. This is lot number 18. We put down there open at $250. They're real easy to break, absolutely. And we have proxy of $265 on these so far. So if you want them, you got to go to $270. And again, these are the 1986 Maria Theresa 5-ounce 999 fine high relief medals made by the Austrian Mint. We looked them up and we found that they were 2,500 of these minted, and they are sweet. We got 2 of these available. The bid is for 1 of them, and the winning bidder will have the choice of getting both at that price, or we'll offer 1 to the underbidder as well. But these are nice. 1780 dated, with the edge says 1986 and 999 and has the hallmarks, and you can kind of see the edge lettering right there. All right. It says wine, 1986, 5 Unzen. There's a hallmark, 999. Österreichischer Hatschmunzenmant. I think that just means Austrian mint. There you go. Beautiful piece. We're at $265. We're at $265 on this. Any other interest? We had a couple proxy bidders that got it up to $265. And it's really cool to have the actual box and the outer box and to see them like that. I looked at a few on eBay. There's some certified ones, and haven't seen any with all the stuff. Bet coin dealers have strong arm muscle. Oh, they use the big carts and everything, and we use all kinds of stuff. Especially the bullion dealers. They have big carts that they wheel everything in on, and a lot of stuff in those big Costco tote bins, the big, what is it, the yellow and black Costco 22-gallon containers or whatever they are, or 22 quart, whatever they are. Easily stackable. All right, so the bidder on that one wanted them both. So the underbidder is crying about that. So both of those have sold for $265 each. And make sure I got that right on my list here. That is correct. That is correct. Congrats to the winner of those. Next up is a fun set, America the Beautiful, some art bars. Lot number 19. Lot number 19. And this is opening at 205, which is the silver melt value on these, we figured. And we got proxy of 225 already on this. And a proxy of 225. We had a couple bids on this one as well. Okay, America the Beautiful. These are from 1974, and they've been in this holder since then, I guarantee it. It says right at the top, Hamilton Mint. We were trying to figure out what HM was the other day. Maybe if I just read it, I would know that. Huh. Reading is fundamental, you guys. Reading is fundamental. And these do have some nice colorful toning. Again, this camera doesn't show it too well. The light just has too much glare, and we showed it under the scope the other day. Lots of greens and blues on there. 5 different bars, really cool. America the Beautiful. And they're even more toned on the other side. Right there, Hamilton Mint again. It has the darn address. Everybody was wondering the other day where the Hamilton Mint was. It's in Arlington Heights, right there. Maybe we should just look at the holder, Kyle. Right? We actually had to look all this up. But look at the colors on those, just great. And what I can try to do, this is kind of silly since someone else already has a high bid on it. I'm going to open it up. Look at those colors. Wow. I'm going to get one under the scope here and just try to show the color at least. Just so you know what I'm talking about. This should be bid a lot higher. All these, look at the color. I mean, and this is just under the microscope. It's not even that great of a lens showing it. These are beautiful. It takes about 50 years to get that color. So, and they're all like that. They're nice. They're nice. Let's just say they're nice, okay? Let's just say they're nice. And the holder's got a bunch of dirt and fingerprints on it, but that's what's kept these nice for 51 years now, right? All right, 225 is the proxy. Nobody else wants them? That's it? Pretty much, Hank. Yeah. I would have been getting a text from Mikey's mom making sure it was okay to get them. Pretty, if he was on here right now, that's for sure. What do we got here? 225 opening bid is going to hold, right? Is that what we're looking at? Again, there were 5 different art bars. One of them is for the Bayou. One says Cape Cod. One is the Cherry Blossoms of the Potomac, the Great Plains, and the American Bison. Very cool pieces. He outbid you a few times. I remember that. I think you got him a couple times, too. And then he probably bugged the heck out of you about it. Just about 2 years, Kyle, you're right. And that one is sold again. That was lot number 19. And let me make sure I get the right price. That was $225. I was just looking at the max bid and wishing I sold it for that, but no. We got it at $225. Okay. Next, we have lot number 20. Lot number 20. And it's going to be a roll of peace dollars. Lot number 20. Roll of peace dollars. It says here on the label BU. But when I looked at these, I think there were a couple that weren't full-on BUs. I don't want to sell them as BU. So I would say a lot of BUs, maybe a couple AUs in the list. So this is lot 20, and we're going to open this at $650. And I do not have any bids on these. So that's $32.50 a coin. Remember, the silver melt value of a peace dollar is $31.73. So if you buy these, you're getting them for about 75 cents over the silver value. That's basically junk silver, but these are certainly not junk. So if I sold these at the opening bid, I don't even think that's enough, but that's what I listed them at. Let's put one under the scope so you can see. I just grabbed one at random. They're banged up, but they're flashy. There, I'll grab another one. Let's just grab another one from the pile at random. So if you're looking to stack some silver, why would you buy some junky Roosevelt dimes and Washington quarters when you can get some uncirculated peace dollars for the same darn price? That's my thinking on it. Any interest? Open at $6.50. I'll try to find a bad one. Yeah, this one here I think is more AU. It's just a little flatter and looks to be a little dirtier. There's a lot of nice coins in this group. A lot of them. No interest in a BU roll of peace dollars? All right. And I got up to 3 of these available, actually. So if you wanted more than one roll, but nobody wants even one roll. So, what's up, Steve? These are going back in the roll. Shiny Purdy peace dollars, last call. Or they're staying with me. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Aaron says $6.50 on it. Okay. Aaron at $650. He wants to stack some silver. Thank you, Aaron. I was just about ready to count down and say pass, but we will go and say... All right, Aaron, now I got to ask, that was that roll right there that I showed you. I have 2 more available. Would you like multiple rolls, or are you good with one roll? I mean, they're all similar quality. Actually, that one's got some toning on it. It's got some rim tone. How much silver are you looking to stack? Good with one? All right. And what I'll do, Aaron, because I plan on probably selling these or trying to take these to my coin show that I'm going to next week. If you want the one roll, that's perfectly fine. I'll go through these, or actually I'll go through the roll that I showed that you bought. And if there's any like really bad ones in there, like that are not even AU or just junky looking, I'll put a better one in there and make sure you get a really good roll. Because I'll blow the other ones out at the coin show if I have to. Or I'll keep them, whatever. But I'll make sure you get probably better than what I advertised. Aaron Krause, $6.50. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. Lot number 21. Yeah, I mean, Invisible River Edge. I'll show it one more time just so you guys know because we got more silver dollars going here. There's really not, I mean, if you're looking to buy silver anyway, I'm not saying silver is a great investment because I don't know. Will silver go up or down? I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't be selling, or maybe I would be selling, right? I don't know. But when we look at silver prices, Morgan dollar and peace dollar, they're $31.73 each right now, just in silver. So to get BU silver dollars for $32.50 each, I mean, anyone looking to buy silver should have jumped on that. Because why would you buy a generic silver eagle or a stupid 10-ounce bar somewhere or whatever when you can get something that has numismatic value in a normal market? We're not in a normal market right now. Right, Shannon? I mean, Shannon knows, or all you guys know, BU silver peace dollars shouldn't be junk silver. They shouldn't be. But right now, today in the market, that's junk silver. It's crazy. It's crazy that that is junk silver right now. Today, it's junk silver. 99% of the other dates in my lifetime, they have not been junk silver. So I think it's a good thing to buy right now if you're looking to buy silver. I'm a part-time coin dealer, and I can't just keep this stuff forever. So that's the only reason I'm selling it, because I got a whole bunch of coins, and I got to sell stuff to keep buying new stuff. So when I got customers calling me, I always got to keep buying new stuff. I can't keep it all. Otherwise, this is stuff I probably shouldn't be keeping. All right, lot number 21. This one's going to also open at $6.50. This is a roll of 1921D Morgans. And these are, I think we said they're mostly, I think I wrote down that they're circulated, but they're nice. There's a lot of BUs in here. I just put on there circulated because I saw some that maybe weren't BU. But let's just grab these two in the middle at random, just to try to be fair, and we'll take a look under the scope. That's got a little bit of rub on it. We'd call that AU. It's got full luster. Flatness. That's an AU. 21D. What's the other one that I grabbed? This one's looking more closer to BU than me. I'd say most of them are AU, BU kind of sliders. There might be a couple BU. I don't want to call them BU. I'd call them all. I'd say average AU. There might even be a couple cleaned in the roll, but I think there's some nice ones in here. I would call them. I just put them down as circular. Here's one that's even lower. That one's like a VF and cleaned. So they're not all nice, but there are some really nice ones in here. That one's lightly polished, but there are some really nice ones in here. There might be a couple that are actual legit BUs. I would say most are AU. If anybody, oh, you guys aren't even seeing what I'm showing. You guys aren't even seeing what I'm showing there. Anyway, this one I said was lightly polished, but there's some nice ones in here. I think I showed one that was circulated. Maybe I showed that under the scope. Anyway, if anybody wants to get a closer look at them, again, we're talking 75 cents a coin over the silver value. 650 is the opening bid, Roadkill, and we don't have any bids right now. 650, 32.50 a coin. We just showed here the silver value at today, well, at Friday evening closing. It hasn't opened back up yet. Is 31.73, and you'd have to pay a few bucks shipping to get it to you. They of the cheap Morgans are long gone. Oh, I mean, it's all relative. I mean, when silver's at 50 or 60 bucks, if it goes there, you'll be kicking yourself saying, man, the day of the $30 Morgans are gone, or the day of the $35 Morgans are gone. It's, you know. One of these rolls, is it this roll right here? Yeah, look at, oh, I'm not showing it again, sorry. This roll right here, 21D Morgans, $13 each. When was this bought? I don't know. But this is how I bought it from the customer. So the customer bought this. At some point, they were $13 each. So you're kicking yourself at 20. Right? There you go. All right. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next lot if no one's going to be a taker of those. Last call at $6.50 for the roll. 21Ds. Yeah, we put them on there as, we listed it as a roll of 21Ds, circulated Morgan silver dollars, and I put on there some nice ones. I didn't say any were BU. There are some AUs in there, I would say, but I don't want to say they're BUs, because even though I think there might be a couple, it's not a roll of BU for sure. And we're going to pass. This is lot number 22. These are some pre-21 Morgan dollars. And this one is going to be open at $720. That's $36 a coin. Let's take a look at them. Let's just grab two at random. We can take a look at all of them if you want, but let's see what these are, just to get you a feel of what could be in here. That's a high XF, low AU, right? 1900. Got some color on it. 1900p. The other one is an 1898, and this one, I'd probably even say lightly cleaned, XF details. Some would call it an AU details, but it's probably closer to XF. 1898. So those were two at random. I'm going to grab two more at random, just for fun. Let's put those to the side. There's another 1898. XF AU-ish. No mint mark. And here's the other one. Another 1898. Yeah, lightly circulated. So I'm going to change, I put it in the description, it looks mostly AU plus. I'm going to change that to get rid of the plus, because I just looked at 4 coins around. I'm going to say XF/AU, just to be a little more fair. We haven't gotten any bids yet, so I don't think anybody's been affected by that. But there's some nice ones. There's a nice 1897, couple 1897, a bunch of 1897s right here. 1898s, bunch of 1898s. Bunch of 1900s. Another 1900. I mean, some of these are pretty nice. Okay. Any interest? We got a bid. We got any bids? We're at 720 opening bid. That's 36 bucks a coin. I still think even if we call them all XFs, I think that's pretty cheap for pre-21s right now. I didn't look up what the wholesale rate is, what I could just ship them for, but I'm guessing it's somewhere around there. Any other questions? Gift that keeps on giving. Picking himself or selling at 15. Well, Shannon, I bought him at quite a bit more than 15, but yeah, that would have been nice, right? No, I mean, hey, look, if everybody can take a little profit on the way, then that's great for everybody, right? It's the people that bought back in, what, 1980 when it was 50 bucks an ounce that are still under. They're still selling at losses right now. Those are the people that are crying. They probably, forgot about that years and years and years ago, and they probably never looked at silver again if they bought at that price. Alrighty then. More and more collectors, only the same amount of coins. Well, that's the whole thing. With coins, you got many different types of collectors. You got actual coin collectors that buy date and mint mark and are numismatists. Then you got bullion collectors. Some of them just buy stupid bars, right? Who wants to buy bars? And then they see bullion and like, well, for the same price, I can get real money. This will never go to zero. A silver bar could go to zero someday. This will never go to zero. It says $1 right on. Guaranteed. That's insurance right there, right? This will never go to zero. It says $1 right there. A silver bar can go to zero. Theoretically. It won't, right? It won't, but some people like coins. Then there's other people that like art and history. These are miniature sculptures right here by like famous artists. There's all kinds of collectors that like this. People that love history. I get a catalog from a company. They do an Old West auction where they sell a lot of like old Indian artifacts and guns and saddles and stuff. And always in that, this roll was $330 at one time. In that catalog, there's a section of coins, and it's mostly Morgan silver dollars because Old West collectors love this stuff. Fun stuff. But nobody wants these. So, well, I wouldn't say nobody wants them. Nobody wants them at the price, or they just don't have the cash to buy them. I get it. So we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and pass on that. Next up, we have lot number. Yeah, people might even have them as poker chips in their house. Why not, right? If you want a fancy poker set, buy a bunch of silver dollars. And you could even have a bunch of silver halves and stuff as, different chips. And so this is a roll of 1882s. And Shannon, if you're still here, I did look. I didn't see any of the major O over S's. I didn't see any of it, but I saw a couple, and if you're here, I'll maybe scope them real quick because you might be interested. But we do have an open. Sorry, let me put this in. We do have an opening bid on this. Lot 23 open at 800 on this roll, right? That's what I put. And we have a proxy of 800 to start. I think the ones I had on the top there might have been ones I pulled out. I think it might be early die state O over S's. Let me just take a look at one of these. See if this is the one. Let's zoom in. You can't afford to roll? That's okay, but you might know if it's something. I couldn't tell. I didn't really spend enough time looking at it. But in the bottom of the O, there's something, and the only thing I could see on there is that there was an early die state of it. Maybe it's not this one. Let me look at one of the others. I don't know. Maybe I didn't keep them in the right spot in the roll. I was going to look them up later. Nah, those look like nothing. I know there were a couple that were more interesting in the roll. Maybe it's this one. Here, let's look at this one. Yeah, that's got something in it. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't match it up with any of the VAM things. But I know there's 3 or 4 in this roll that have like a little half of something in the bottom of the O. I can't get a good look at it. Nah, I can keep moving out of... I'm messing it up. You guys can't even see what I'm doing, can you? I don't know. Hank goes to 8-10 on it. I couldn't get a good picture of it. I don't even know if that's the one I'm looking at. But there were some that just had like a little half of a arc in it. A little half of an arc in the bottom part. Anyway, I got proxy of 8-15 then, Hank. I got proxy of 8-15. Let me see if I can find another that might have that. Well, we got the scope up. I should have kept those ones separate and really looked at them, but I don't think it was this one. And now I don't know which ones are which. Sorry, Shannon, if you were actually going to look. I don't think it's that one. I probably already blew it and missed it and can't find it now. I think it might be... I don't even know if that's it. It's not that. Maybe it was the other end of the roll. Let me look at this one. I mean, that one actually looks like it might be over us a little bit. Heck, I don't know. I don't know what I'm selling here. You guys can figure it out. Hank is at 8.20, and I'll go proxy 8.20. Let me just make sure. 8.25. Okay. If I'm interested, hey, Mark, how you doing? Nobody bid on lots 3 to 5. No, they didn't. Silver dollars at $30 each, basically, Mark. Silver dollars at $30 each. That's $1.50 or more under silver melt each. But I have those available. You would have to pay shipping, which would, I could put them all in a small flat rate. It'd be $10 for all 3 lots or so. Anyhow, let me know if you're interested, Mark. Those did pass. Hank goes 8.30, and I'll go proxy 8.35. On the roll at 82 O's. And what did we say on these? Let me take a look. I'd say, yeah, most of them are AU. There might be some BUs in here. They're on the line. Yeah, Shannon, I don't know. Sorry to waste your time. I know there were a couple that had like a really cool, little, I could draw it. Let me draw it while you guys are bidding. Okay, so this is the O. It was like this. There was an O, and then there was one little arc in the bottom part of it. And then the only thing I could find looking at all the different varieties was there was an early die state of the good strong O over S that had a little mark that was similar, but there was not a good picture of it or anything, so I didn't think it was worth trying to send them in. I know that if it was one of those, getting one in mint state or even AU58 would be big bucks, but I don't want to spend the money to do it not knowing what the heck it is or if it is, and I'm not going to tell people here that it is or isn't. So let's go ahead and grab one of these again and focus. And Hank goes to 840. Hank, you're going to hate me for this, or you're going to hate the, I'm going to say prior, PRIOR 840. I got a prior bid of 840. That was your proxy bidder's max bid is basically what I'm saying. So they got it in first. If you're out, they get it for 840. If you're in and want one more bid, then you're probably going to win it. That's how kind of that works. So sorry about that. That's the only time I tie bid. And hate doing that, but hope you understand. And this is kind of what they are. 1882s. Most of them go northwest to southeast. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's something there because in the whole roll I found 3 coins that were like exactly the same, right? 845. Hank is in the lead at 845, and I'll confirm proxy is out unless they're here watching and want to bid. So yeah, I mean, I know it's something, Shannon. It's something on those 3 coins, and then there was another coin that might have been the one I had under the scope a minute ago. That might be a different one. That's just something going on. Yeah, but I didn't see any of like the major strong over S's in the roll. So thank you, Hank. Congrats. Those are yours. Hank. Nice roll of silver, and really not that much more than the silver price. And not that much more than what just common average condition pre-21s go for, and to get a solid roll. And just so you guys know, this one, just for fun, right? Just for fun and history, this one was sold at one point as a roll of 82.0 AUs and BUs for $20 each. I don't know what year or how long ago that was, but if we assume that the customer bought them from the same dealer, it's the same handwriting as these. He bought the 1921s for 13 each, and then the 82.0s for 20 each. So the pre-21s have always gone for a premium over the 21s, for sure. And that kind of demonstrates that. I think so. Mark will take the lots of the 3. Mark Thomas? Okay, great. Yeah, just email me, and it'll probably, I think those I'd want to send in a small flat rate box. So it'd be like $10 shipping for the whole deal. So whatever the 3 prices are, $120, $120, and $150, plus $10 would be the whole thing. On stuff like this, I mentioned it a little bit, Mark, earlier, but maybe you didn't hear me, but I would love to get paid by some payment method like Zelle or check or money order where I don't pay a fee, because I'm basically selling these under silver price already. I'd hate to take another hit on the transaction fee if I had to. So if you're able to pay with Zelle or Venmo or something like that, that'd be great. But if you need to do PayPal and I got to pay the 3.5%, that's fine. But Zelle would be preferable to me, all else being equal. You know what I mean? Hope you understand that. If I was selling some numismatic thing, like a nice Indian headset for $100, and I don't care about the $4 difference that much. But when we're talking about selling bullion under spot anyway, every little cent counts. So thank you. And I'll get your email and we'll chat about that later. But I appreciate that. Next up, lot number 24. We got a disabled veterans commemorative starting at $35. So this is lot 24, and this is open at 35. Happy birthday to who? Hank. 42 is the answer to everything, Hank. That's what they say. Well, happy early birthday. Ha ha! You didn't deserve gold for your 42nd birthday, Hank? We just going silver? I'm just messing with you. Hank's bought some gold from me before. He's got some cool stuff. All right, but this is the Disabled Veterans Commem from 2010. And if I've missed anything in the chat, just let me know. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not trying to avoid. I just don't want to. If I missed it, just repeat yourself, and we'll try to answer. And hopefully, you guys are following along on the spreadsheet. If you think I made any mistakes, let me know as well. But there we go. PCGS MS69 Disabled Veterans Commem. Kyle's an elite at 35. How much gold we got for sale? We got a few lots coming up. We passed on a couple earlier, 10th ounces. And we got a couple coming up, lots number, what is it, 32, 33, and 34. Some Canadian hologram 18-karat coins. Chinese Year of the Dragon, Year of the Monkey, and Year of the Rooster. But there's a couple on the list that we passed on already. Some Dan Carr 1/10-ounce prospectors at $3.75 each. A little bit more than the gold price, but cheaper than you get any other 10th ouncers. All right, but we passed on those. If you want to see them, I could show them. Ron goes 36 bucks. Thank you, Ron. $36 on the Disabled Veterans Commemorative Silver Dollar. PCGS MS69. Kyle goes 37. Little ones, you collect St. Gaudens. I don't have any St. Gaudens in this sale. Not handy. I mean, we might have some lying around from time to time, Hank, right? But no, none in this sale. None in this sale, maybe. Well, that one, shiny pretty. Okay, we don't have any for sale though. Okay. 39 Kyle, outbidding Ron's 38. $39 Kyle. Got a $39 bid now, need a $40 bid. Anyone with a $40 bid? We got a $39 bid now. Anyone with a $40 bid? Got a $39 bid now. All in. All fair. All good. All square. Kyle. You bought it. All right, Kyle got that one. $39. 39. That's cheap. I think so. For a graded commem these days? Sure. Next up, lot number 25. Open at 42. That's it? That's like, oh yeah, this is the one I messed up when I listed it. I was looking at the silver dollar prices being only like $31.70 is what they melt for, and we'd just done that commemorative, and I listed that at 35, a couple bucks over melt. And then I listed this one, not remembering that it's a full ounce of silver that melts for 41. So yeah, anyway, this is way too cheap. But anyway, it's lot number 25, a 2008 Koala. One of the first 8,000 struck certified by NGC GemBU. Real cool textured field. And I would be selling this to my coin club probably for 45 or 50 bucks. And they would be getting a good deal at that price, I think. But I started it at 42 and I didn't want to change it. I didn't want to take it back. So Paula says 42. The koala and the baby. Look at that. And the baby's right there on the back. Right there. I got my baby back, baby back, baby back. Koalas are disgusting animals, says Hank. That's what I hear. And I hear they drop out of trees and will, like, scratch your face right off. Ron goes to 43. Ron's the president of a local coin club here in Southern California. Good to see you, Ron. This might be a prize at one of their meetings if he wins. You never know. Paula goes 44. Hank's not a fan of the koala. Paula at 44. You still want to hug one, only if you clip their nails or put gloves on them first or something. Right? They'll scratch the crap out of them. They all have chlamydia? Well, Hank, I'm sure you've hugged some girls that have chlamydia too, right? Doesn't mean you get chlamydia. Ron at $45. Oh, come on. We got to keep this family friendly, Hank. I don't want to hear all your stories tonight or this afternoon. Ron at $45. Oh, man. Say it 3 times. What are we talking about? Oh, where's Marmello? Where's Marmello? Oh, I could tag him right now and he'd probably be here. Oh. But I don't want bidding and gibberish and emojis either, right? That's true, Hank. That's true. Well, I guess some of them might. I've seen some police body cam videos that get kind of crazy. All right, we have Ron at $45. Any other interest? Any other interest at 45? Shannon goes 46. We'll start another countdown. How we doing, Oso? All right. $46, Shannon. We'll start another countdown in chat since that came in during our countdown. Got a $46 bid. On the qual. Again, if anybody wants to see it close up again, just let me know. Or if I need to zoom in on anything, just subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Check that out. You rock. Have fun. 46. We'll do another countdown. Shannon in the lead. And you bought it. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Next up. What's next? Oh, another Austrian coin from Australia. They might call it Australian even. Australian. They're not that far apart, are they? All right, we are on lot number 26. And this one's going to opens at, I put $50 on this one. Oh boy, is that too high? I don't know. It's an MS-70, and it's a 3rd year of issue Kookaburra. ANAX MS-70, and I think this is the first year that they were $1 denomination. I think 90 and 91s were $5 coins, but they're 1 ounce silver. This year, they're only, say, 3 9s fine. Later, they all became 4 9 fine from Perth Mint. Early Kookaburra. In MS-70 Deep Cameo. It's not a proof Deep Cameo. They say MS-70 Deep Cameo. I don't know. They all came in the same finish there. Email sent. Will Zell when I know where it's at. Perfect, Mark. Thank you very much. And good deal on the silver. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll probably reply back and get information to people within an hour or 2 or 3 after the sale. Worst case, tomorrow morning if I just crash after this and don't want to deal with anything. But yeah, within 24 hours. Thank you. All right, Steve's at $50. Kooks are noisy birds. Oh yeah. Birds are real. Birds are not real. No, birds. Yeah, birds aren't real. Isn't that the website? Birdsaren'treal.com or something. Thanks again, Mark. And do I have my email open right here? That's the real question. I could confirm that I got your email even while you're right here. I could maybe, couldn't I? I did get your email. Thank you. It went right to my junk mail. And I'm clicking right now. It's not junk. Did that work? I got it. Thank you. $50. Steve Woods. Any other interest? Not trying to drag it on or anything. I'm just kind of looking at my emails right now. There we go. Hopefully I wasn't sharing all that on the screen. Clever will do it? Okay. I'll just bill Clever. Thank you. Let's do a countdown. We'll go on the extended payment plans, right? Layaway, is that what they call it? Kittle Cat layaway? Kittle Cash? That's like the Marmello style Kittle Cash card that he has. Pays whatever, whenever. who cares about the exchange rate between US and New Zealand? And why not, right? Okay. That's Steve got that. $50. Good job. Thanks, Steve. Not a bad purchase. Got a couple cool Canadians coming up. We're not talking about Alfredo or our friend Mark or Pavlo or anybody else that hangs out with us. We've got a couple cool Canadian coins. This one here is lot number 27. And I started these a little high, I think. I don't think they're higher than they're worth, but I started a little high because I don't want to sell them cheap. They're just too cool. This one here is lot 27. It's opening at $50. It's from 2001. Got a little toning on the obverse. It's like a frosted reverse proof. Canada silver hologram coin. Check this thing out. 1 ounce silver with the hologram maple leaf. I didn't even look it up to see what they really are worth. It could be $100 on eBay or it could be $40 on eBay. I doubt that they're $40 on eBay because that's 1 ounce of fine silver, 4/9 fine, and the melt value is 41 right now. And it's in the old Anax holder. Just a really cool piece. Didn't even look them up because I probably bought it 10 years ago off of a bid board or something for 25 or $30. But we got Hank at 50. Throw it under the scope. So I want to see what that says there. 2001, and then it's got some chicken scratch underneath it. I believe that's a foreign language under the 2001. I think it comes from China. I think that language comes from China. Right? And then there's the frosty looking obverse and a little bit of color along the rim. $5 face value. In the old Anax little holder. We got Kittle. Do you only use Zelle? I would do Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, cash, money order, traveler's checks. I would take a Wendy's gift card. We could figure it out, Shannon. Whatever's easiest for you. Again, the only time I get a little bit pickier or ask for a specific form of payment is if I'm like selling a gold coin for melt or silver at melt or under, and it just it shouldn't matter that much, but I get that little tingle in the back of my head or the back of my neck saying, oh my God, I'm already selling this stuff at melt, and now I got to pay somebody 3% to get paid or something. So if there's a way to get paid feeless without breaking any rules or anything, I'm not asking to get paid for friends and family PayPal, because we don't do that. We do goods and services on PayPal, of course. But I know Zelle, there's no transaction fees. Or a check in the mail, it's the cost of a stamp. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, what do we got? Stole it, Kyle. What'd they steal? What'd Kyle get? Oh, the 53 proof set? Yeah. I said right after that sold, Paula, I'm confident I could take the 53 Franklin out of there and sell it for $75 on its own or more. All right, we got a bid of $50 Fish and Hank and no other interest, huh? Thanks, Paula. Nice one. Next up is lot 28. Opening at $50. Opening at $50. And this is the Totem Forest. And somebody said it was based on a painting, famous Canadian painting. The Totem Forest, 2014, 1 ounce fine silver, $20 face value. NGC 69 Ultra Cam. And this is probably pretty low mintage. I didn't look it up. Maybe you did if you're interested. I didn't look them up. Usually these are pretty low mintage when they do the $20 commemoratives like this. That's the Totem Forest. Pretty cool. British Columbia, I believe is where those are, right? Any interest at 50 bucks? Otherwise, this might be a future Coin Club prize at the Glendale Coin Club. Or maybe a Christmas giveaway. I don't know. Now, I actually got one here that I pulled out. Speaking of Christmas, we're probably going to do a Christmas giveaway stream in December, me and some friends. Or do I say friends and I? Maybe even a family member, if Amanda's still listening. And I pulled this one out. Check this one out. That's colorful, huh? Kind of a scary Santa Claus. The Saturday Evening Post, 1 ounce silver. That's fun. That might be in the Christmas giveaway. 6,000's the mintage on the totem for us. Thank you, Ringo. Aaron at 50 bucks. Steve says 51. Steve says 51. Thank you. Thank you very much. And this was the other one I found ready for Christmas giveaway. Look at that. Little chunky silver bar with some reindeer and a sleigh. How much silver is this? It's more than an ounce, I think. 500 grains, solid sterling silver. Something fun. And then how about one of these? Santa Claus. That's 1 ounce silver, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Merry Christmas, it says in the back. 999 silver, 1 troy ounce. Cool. Alright, anyway, we're doing an auction here. Steve at 51. Steve at 51. Gonna sell it. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Appreciate all the bids that we get. Yeah, we're just thinking about it, Gringo. Hey, look, if we don't give those away at Christmas, I'll sell them to my coin club for the Christmas party. There'll be prizes for bingo at the Glendale Coin Club Christmas party. That went to Steve for 51, is that right? Thank you, Steve. Very, very kind that you're all here supporting the channel and the auction and getting some cool coins out of it, so thank you. Last in this little group of Canadian coins that we have is the 2014 $20 1 ounce silver maple leaf glow in the dark. Glow in the dark. So what do we put here? We got to put lot 29 open at 50. Let's see here. Amanda says the hurricane is going to go north of the... yeah, I saw the latest update. It looks like it's going a little north. Hopefully it stays north. Maybe you'll get some waves and stuff, though. I'm sure the waves on the North Shore, like up by Jaws, will be huge, right? Steve is first at 50, then Aaron 50, then Ron's first at 51. Aaron's getting left in the cold twice in a row. Can I show this glow in the dark somehow? Let's see. How could I do this? I mean, I could shut off my lights, but that really makes my cameras go wonky. Like if I just cover it up like that, can you see it at all? No. No, doesn't really show it, does it? Let me get it under the light longer. Get it glowing. Flex on a fat fish, right, Hank? Don't worry about no hurricane. It always goes by the island. I'm gonna go out and flex on some fat fish, huh? Aaron at 60, Steve at 63. Oh, you can see it glowing there. Look at that. See the maple leaf glow in the middle? Kinda. Let's try that again. Does it work? Yeah, you can kind of see it. I mean, it looks a lot more glowy in hand when you do that, but anyway, it's cool. It's cool. Like, the whole thing doesn't glow. There's like a green maple leaf in the middle that comes out, like a little maple leaf. But anyway, NGC, Proof 69, Ultra Cameo. You guys must have looked up the mintage and the value of these. I didn't. So, there must be some value here. It looks good. 63, Steve. Aaron goes 64. Aaron at $64 for the glow-in-the-dark Maple Leaf. And if it means anything, which it doesn't mean anything to me, it says early releases on the label too. But I'm sure the Mint sold them all pretty much about the same time. Doesn't matter. They minted them all probably on the same day. The whole mintage probably all in one day. So early releases is whatever you want to make of that. $64, Aaron, final call. Imagine doing scratch and sniff coins. They've had those. They do have those. Steve at 65 will start the countdown again. I don't know about coins, though, Aaron. I know I've seen medals that are scratch and sniff. One of them that was put out a lot around 2015, 2014, 2012, whenever California legalized recreational marijuana use, there were a lot of scratch and sniff coins, silver medals and copper medals going around that were scratch and sniffed with marijuana leaves on them, if you will. Little scratch and sniffs. I've seen quite a few of those. Steve at $65. Give Aaron a chance to come back before counting down again. Last chance. I believe, Steve, you bought it. At 65. Thank you, sir. Glow-in-the-dark. I bet you it would work a lot better. I know a lot of the newer glow-in-the-dark coins that the mints offer, they sell them even with like little handheld black light, like little keychain black lights. But here we go. This is lot number 30. I gotta keep looking at my list here because I know I got some more proxy bids. I don't want to miss them. But this one does not have a proxy. So lot 30. Only got a few lots left, guys. Lot number 30. Then we got a couple giveaways. Lot 30 is open at 50. And this is in the Ultra Breaks label holder, if you know what that is. If you don't know what it is, maybe it's better that you don't know what it is. It's one of those kind of gambling, you know, open up coins and they're mixing gambling with coins that I don't even think is legal. But what am I? It's not like I'm a lawyer or anything. Oh, wait, I am. But yeah, I don't think it's legal, but that's okay. They get around it by calling it a collectible, box break, whatever. Anyway, it's gambling. And I don't like it in my hobby, but here it is. The 2024 Krugerrand and the PCGS Ultra Break label. The only thing gambling and special about these is they have different color labels on different. It's like, okay. Anyway, we're not doing that. We're just buying the coin here. MS70 Krugerrand. We got up to 2 of these available. The winner will have the option of taking one or both at the price they bid. Gringo says $50 for the MS70 Krugerrand. MS70 Krugerrand. 2024. All right, my phone keeps buzzing off the hook here. Oh, okay. Nothing important. A tax lawyer ain't. Well, I know how contracts and law works too, Hank, and a little bit. But so do the people that run these things, and they get around it by falling back on it being collectible. So they're saying you're not gambling for certain coins. It's a collectible because there's a small exception to gambling rules, private gambling. Like if you open a pack of baseball cards as a kid, right? Well, at least back when we were kids, Hank, you open your pack of the 91 Upper Deck, right? Or the 89 Upper Deck, looking for that Ken Griffey Jr. You're not going to say that that's gambling. Some people might, because you're hoping to get the Ken Griffey. If all you end up with is like some garbage players that you don't even know anymore, well, you lost money on that pack, right? Well, that's what they're kind of saying these days, but back in the day, it was just a whole bunch of players, and some were better and some were worse. Now they're putting things that are worth thousands and thousands of dollars in the pack, advertising the heck out of those, and way overcharging so they know 99% of the people are going to be losers, and somebody's going to get a financial gain. Nobody's buying the packs to get the common players and build a set. They're all chasing a big hit that they're going to sell. It's gambling. It's basically gambling. Hank just got it for the gum, chewing your big old wad of gum. Going to get your bazooka gum for the comics, too. All right, Gringo's at $50. Any other interest? We got 2 of these available. Gringo might want them both. I don't know. We'll see in a second. I don't think I got the rant emoji on this channel, do I? That's just on the other channel. That gum ruined the cart. Well, especially if you open up old packs, Shannon. Like if you opened your pack of 91 tops in 91, the gum probably didn't ruin it. But if you're opening your 91 tops cards in 2025, it probably ruined it. Gringo, you just want the 1? I'm guessing you just want the 1. Hank shipping just went to $250. Can you XRF on the packages? Yes. You only need 1 for now. Thanks, Gringo. If anybody else wants the other for $50, let me know. No, so on the early ones of like the vault boxes and stuff like that, where there were certain chase gold coins, yes, there were dealers that did it. I know people that did it personally. They X-rayed the darn boxes. Well, first of all, you could weigh the boxes because the different coins weighed different amounts, and if you had a heavy box or whatever, or you just or X-rayed the box. It's not even just XRF. They had X-ray machines. X-rayed a box, you can see the different size. A silver eagle has a way bigger diameter than a silver, a gold one. A silver eagle is way bigger than a gold eagle, even though they both weigh an ounce. So you weigh it, they might be the same, but you can just look on an X-ray. Oh, that's a smaller coin. That's the gold. There were absolutely people, and there were people I saw, dealers on Facebook and dealer groups, selling sealed boxes of them, guaranteeing that they had gold coins in them. Okay. Sure. All right. And wasn't it weird, at least on a lot of those, the people that got them, the influencers, the people opening them online live and on their YouTubes, they got good coins, and then everybody else gets a bunch of crap? Maybe that's a coincidence. I don't know. Maybe it's rigged. I don't know. Your brother has a bunch of 88 to 92. Oh, I had a bunch of stuff from like 84 through 92 is most of the stuff I had. Maybe a little bit before, a little bit after. Most of it was 84 to 92, I think. And I boxed all of it up, 3 big cardboard boxes, and then gave it to our friend SoCal Box Breaks and his kids one time because it's all pretty much worthless. Bill 456789, what's up? We are just getting to lot number 31 right now. We're almost to the end. Lot number 31 is right here. It's the set of BU, Jefferson War Nichols. Hey there, Alfredo R. What's going on? This one is, let me just type it in. We do have a proxy bid on this one. Lot 31 opens at 100, and I got proxy 100. So we're opening up. Oh, the Bo Jackson ones were cool. I like that black and white one with the scorecard, right, Hank? Where he's got the bat behind his head, like breaking the bat over his neck, kinda, with his football pads. That was a good one. Kyle says 101. I'm just going to go proxy 105 to jump it a little bit. How about that? And this is a nice set of nickels here. I think so. With the capital holder. This capital holder itself is worth something, I think. I don't know what they go for. Probably 15, 20 bucks just for the holder. 84 Ricky Henderson rookies. I don't think I had that one. I know I had the 84 Don Mattingly. I think that was the big one from 84 that I cared about when I was a kid. The best card I had was the 86 Topps Football Jerry Rice rookie. And I remember I hated football cards at the time. I only wanted my baseball cards. And I didn't care about football, right? I'm going to go proxy 110. So one of the neighbors, I was probably in like 1st or 2nd grade. And there was a neighbor kid that was a couple years older, probably 3rd or 4th grade at the time, that knew the values of stuff, and I didn't. Well, I liked the Cubs a whole bunch. So I traded all of my football cards, probably a couple 100 cards, right? Including at least one of the Jerry Rice rookies. I know I had that card. Probably maybe even 2 of them in the pile. I traded all of my football cards, a few hundred of them, for a 1987 Topps Rafael Palmeiro. Cubs Future Stars. Now, Rafael Palmeiro's great and all, right? But that card was probably worth $1 at the time, or maybe even less. But I like the Cubs, and I didn't have that card. The wood grain 87 tops, you know? All right. I think the better card from that is the Greg Maddux now. Isn't that the good card from that set? And that whole set, though, you could probably buy for a couple dollars because there made so many of them. But I traded every football card I owned for the one Rafael Palmeiro 87 South Future Stars. And I was happy. Years later, I thought about it. I'm like, man, that kid ripped me off big time. We got proxy bid of 110 on the set of BU silver or nickels. I did not look through these for varieties. Does anybody know any major varieties on the war nickels that I should quickly look for? The proxy bidder saying you better not look for those because they're going to be mine. I didn't look for any. I probably should have because I know there's some cool ones. You had a Joe Montana rookie, had it graded and used it to pay for the grading fees and stuff, and your Michael Jordan. See, I didn't get any basketball cards. I probably should have, right? I probably should have collected basketball cards because I grew up in Chicago. I could have had all kinds of cool Michael Jordan stuff, but I didn't really like basketball cards. Didn't really like my football cards. I just liked my baseball stuff. Bo Jackson rookie, Mark McGwire tops traded. I never had the Mark McGwire. The good Mark McGwire was the 85 tops Olympics card. I never had that one. You know what I had a couple of and I still have? It's like one of the only baseball cards I still have. You remember the what is it? Was it 89 Fleer Bill Ripken with the bad stuff on his bat? With the bad thing on his bat? 43P we want to look at? Let's just look at it for fun, right? We got a minute. 43P for fun. I won't zoom all the way in. We don't want to get crazy, do we? I don't think that's a 43/2, is it? It better not be. Doesn't look like it to me. And the doubled I? Gotta get it at the right angle. See the light, right? I don't know. I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me. Okay. 45P double die reverse. That's 45P right here. So that's this coin. I mean, they're nice coins. That one's right on the edge of being full steps. I know if there's a couple hits, it doesn't stop full steps, but there's a tiny bit of weakness in the steps on that one. Let's see. 89 Fleer, yeah. Is that what I said? 89 Fleer, or did I get that wrong? Yeah, I got that one. I remember, like, as soon as that came out, I was only 9 years old or whatever, and I had to have it. So my mom, they wouldn't sell it to me at the card shop. My mom had to go buy it. And I still got the receipt from it. I think my mom paid $50 for it. And I had to, like, save my allowance and save up and pay her back a lot for that one. No, I didn't have the blank one, Roy. I had the full-on, which I think there's the ones where they corrected it are worth more, right? I had the full-on real deal, though, and that's the one I wanted because, you know, it was funnier. All right, we have the proxy bidder in the lead on that one at 110. Is that correct? I just want to make sure another bid, we know we're jibber-jabbering and talking a lot. I think that's correct. Proxy at 110. Yep, looks good. And that is going to go to... Make sure I get the right person. There we go. 110. Congrats to the proxy bidder. To the proxy winner. Man, all we got left are a couple gold coins. Well, we do still have the buy it nows available. Again, let's just show those one more time in case you didn't see them. We have these available, buy it now. The 007 Tuvalu, 1 ounce silvers. We have some 2 ounce silver Monarch Precious Metals Tombstone bars. And of course we have, what was the other one? Oh yeah, this one. Oh yeah, we got some sets of the Ike dollars. If you want some 40% Ikes, let me know. And we got these too. The 2022 Liberty Silver medals. These are awesome. I mean, everybody focuses on the horse bucking off the saddle. That's the U.S. American Mustang bucking off a British saddle. That's what they say in the thing about it. So it's us taking away the power of the Brits, kind of, and being free. Awesome, right? I like the eagle. I like turtles, too. But that eagle's pretty sweet, isn't it? I like the eagle. Yeah, that bat prank, that was pretty good. I know that his dad, Cal Ripken Sr., hated it and was so upset about that. Because, like, you know, he took it real seriously, and then Cal Ripken Jr. being a good player on the Orioles, and then you get Bill Ripken, the rookie, and that's the only thing he's known for today. Well, I wouldn't say the only thing, but that's pretty much the only thing he's known for, right? That's his big claim to fame now. How much for the 1 ounce? Well, we have these buy it now for $47. These we have buy it now for $88, and then the high relief horse and eagle that we just showed, those are $75. All right, let's get to the last few lots. We'll see if any of them sell. This one here is lot number 32. It's a year 2000, Canada, $150 face value. Year of the Dragon, hologram, gold. Again, we did some research on this. This was mintage of 8,888 coins, maximum mintage. They're 18 karat, so they're 0.750 fine total weight. Sorry, total weight is 13.6 grams, and the actual gold weight is 10.2 grams. And I know we're starting these out right about the gold value, and the opening is $11.75. We didn't open it yet, Aaron. We didn't open it yet. Hold on. Pump the brakes a little bit. Lot 32. Open at $11.75, and we got a proxy of $11.75 already. So we'll do, let's just do $5 increments. That's fine. If you guys want to see this in more detail or under the scope, we did show them in previews. That's fine. We can do that. But this one is the larger. I got 3 different coins available. This one is larger. After they did this series a little bit, they made the coins a little bit smaller. So the others are 8.89, 8 or 8.88 grams actual gold weight. This one's 10.2 actual. So the other 2 are going to be a little bit smaller. So this one's the little bit bigger version. Proxy 1185. They are cool. This is not the year of the Coke. COQ. This one is Year of the Dragon. 2000. Year of the Dragon. Aaron goes 1,200. I'll keep it at $5 increments and go 1,205. Again, we can do some math here. You guys like math, right? Let's show this. Share screen. Let's do math just to see where we're at. Okay, clear that. We got 10.2 grams actual divided by, I lost my calculator, divided by 31.1 ounces. So it's 0.3279 ounces of actual gold. And if we go times 3586 is where gold ended up, it's 1176 melted. Aaron goes 1210. I'll go proxy 1215. So it's barely above the gold price for something pretty limited. Now, if you're just looking for gold bullion, this one will be tougher to sell for a big premium and tougher to sell to a bullion stacker. So coin collectors, they're going to love it. If anyone that likes to collect the different Zodiac stuff, they're going to love it. It's just the 18 karat really is going to take away a stacker, I think. Maybe not. It's a cool piece. But a lot of people don't like that these were 18 karat. And there you go. We'll show it under the scope real quick. Galen goes 1230. Okay, proxy bidder is out. Galen is in the lead at 1230. Aaron was at 1225. There we go, microscope, just to show you the $150 face value on this one. Year 2000. Aaron jumps at the 1250. Very cool. Thank you. Galen says out. Roughly the size of a loonie. You know what? Just to give you a size comparison, what do I got lying around here? I don't have a loonie. Well, do I? Hold on. Hold on a second. I might. I got a little Christmas package here for my friend Alfredo. How about this? Just to compare sizes so we know. Look at this. This will be in our Christmas giveaway if we do one. Some 2024s from Alfredo. Here is a toonie, a loonie, and a quarter, and a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see what. A little smaller than the toonie. Maybe a little tiny bigger than the loonie. Right? Right? Aaron at 1250. Thank you guys both for your bids. I do appreciate that. And that is going to the Aaron Krause collection. Cool. Let me put that right there. It's not my coin anymore. Let's put that away. Let's put these away for our upcoming Christmas giveaway. Maybe this Christmas. Maybe next Christmas. Maybe some. I don't know. We'll do it sometime. We'll talk about it. More to come. Auction went quick. Bill, this is Michael Kittle Rare Coins. Now, there are other auctions on YouTube that I know you might be popping into from time to time. But here at Michael Kittle Rare Coins, we don't jack around, you know? We're not going to drag it out just trying to squeeze out one more dollar on something. And, you know, we jibber jabber, we talk, we have fun, we educate. You know, we try, but we're here to sell some coins, man. Like a 1/4 ounce size? It's a little bit bigger than that. It's like 1/3 of an ounce. It's a weird size. It's an oddball size. And then after they did these at this size for a couple of years, we'll see on the next one, they changed it to a little smaller diameter, and they're 11.85 grams actual weight. And then you multiply the times 75% for 18 karat, and the total gold is basically 8.888 grams. I rounded up on my thing to 8.89, but the actual math comes out, the best I could find is 8.8875. So I think they were going for 8.88 grams, or 8.888, 3/8. 4/8 total with the decimal point between the first and the second eight. That's what they were going for on these, I think, is because that's lucky for the Chinese and the year. This one here is Year of the Monkey. This is lot number 33. This one's going to open at 1025, and we got proxy 1025. And we will go in. Yeah, Bill, I mean, I watch some auctions, and they go 10 lots an hour. Or less, sometimes. And you know what? I guess if you got nothing else to do all day, and you enjoy the company, maybe that's what you want. I don't know. I wanted this to only be 2 hours. I'm already 11 minutes past where I wanted to be. I'm not trying to rush anybody. I want people to think about their bids. I want people to be happy with their bids. But I don't want to waste everybody. I know there's a lot of auctions, a lot of stuff people to be doing, but that's why I also offer proxy bids to people, because I know, hey, maybe you got to go cut the grass, or maybe you're going to watch football, or I don't know what you're going to do, but maybe you can't be here, so I want you to still have a chance to bid. But I don't want to waste everybody's time. I'm thankful that you're here for the time you're here. That is a gold Year of the Monkey. Again, it's $150 face value, 2004. This one with maximum mintage was 68.88. And if you want to do some math on this one again, we can do it. I know you guys all like math. Let's bring up my calculator. Let's go here. We'll go to the share screen. We got an open bid of 1025, and we do have a proxy bid. So this one here is 11.85 grams divided by 31.1. That is 0.38 ounces of total weight, right? Times 0.75. 0.2857 ounces of gold times 35.86 is where I saw it close. So it's 1024.77 melted. 1025. You're paying melt for this one right now. Gold spot. So we have a bid right now at, hitting the wrong button here. There we go. We have a bid right now at 1025. Any other interest on the monkey? Yeah, Kyle, I try to, and you know, I could do a weekly or a auction of once a month or whatever, and just sell you silver eagles, and sell you, I can get you some maple leaves, just get you some generic stuff that everybody else has in their auctions. I don't want to do that. You guys can get those anywhere. I don't need to be, what do I need to do? Buy those wholesale, sell to you for $1 or $2 more, make $1, maybe get a super chat or two here and there. I don't want to be selling that stuff. If you need me to get you some silver eagles, let me know and I can hook you up with a deal on some silver eagles. Okay? But I don't need to be doing auctions every week of the same stuff over and over like I see other people do. If they like doing that and their viewers like doing that, great. Yeah, Mark, I'll never financially recover from this. Well, fair enough. I don't love selling something this scarce or collectible at just the gold price. I don't love that, okay? The inner coin dealer in me hates it a little bit. I do like, the collector friend in me likes getting it to another collector at a good deal. But remember, this is my notes that I might have shared during the preview from when I bought these, just showing the different weights of them. I have here that I bought these when gold was $1,700. So I was in that one right there for $484.50 is the math I came up with. So are you going to cry for me because I bought it for $480 and sold it for $1,025? Are you going to cry about it? Are you going to feel bad for me? Hell no, you're not going to feel bad for me, right? I mean, I paid a little bit more than the gold value well, no, that was what the melt was. I didn't pay $484. I bought this as part of a group and I probably paid $500 or $550 or maybe even $600. I paid a little bit more. But so you're not going to, I'll be okay. And that's the way most coin dealers right now selling stuff are at. We've got a lot of bullion and a lot of silver and a lot of stuff we bought. Silver prices have gone up. The premiums have not held up. So we're selling stuff a little low. And even collectors. I get people selling me stuff. I got a collector that called me, hey, I want to sell some silver eagles. I'm like, well, the prices on those are down. Can't really offer you the big premium. They're like, I don't care. I bought these when they were $20. Oh, okay. So they're happy selling them at spot to me. And then I can sell them for $1 or $2 over and everybody's happy. So that's where a lot of people are in the market right now. But Galen, thank you very much. That one is yours. Last but not least is Alfred's favorite, I think. Lot number 34. And this one's going to open as well right at the gold melt price of $10.25. Well, adjusted for inflation, I don't remember how long ago that was, Bill. Maybe I didn't do too well. And especially if I looked at my opportunity cost, would it have been better to put that money just in Tesla stock that same day? Oh, yeah. Maybe if I listened to my dumb friends talking about Bitcoin back in 2014 or whatever, should I have done that? Oh, sure, of course. Or I could have just put it in the S&P 500 and made a ton more money. But I once was told if the queen had a pair, she'd have been the king, right? All right, anyway. Try to keep that family friendly as much as possible. This one's lot number 34, opening at 1025, and I don't have any proxy bid. It's wide open. Year of the cock. Right there. We'll put it on our scope so you see I'm not saying anything bad. Year of the cock. Rooster. Cock. Anyway, pretty cool coin. Another hologram. This one has even a lower mintage. Of the three that we have, this one's the lowest maximum mintage, 4888. I think the Canadian government, each year they offered these, they were selling less and less of them, so they lowered the maximum mintage. It went from 8888 to 6888, and this one's 4888. And again, it's 8.888 grams of pure gold after you do all the math. 1025 is the value in just gold bullion. What's it worth on the market? Well, as of right now, it's not even worth $10.25 because we have no bids yet. We have no bids. This one's wide open. $150 face value in the box with the paper. with the outer box, all ready to go. Royal Canadian Mint. Anybody need some gold? I'm not closing this until someone buys it. We will sit here all day. I am not going to do any giveaways. I'm not doing anything. I will be here until, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. No, nobody wants it? That's fine. We'll go ahead and close it. Pass. Unless a bid comes in the next couple seconds. Canadian government ain't the brightest with the maths. Well, and it's weird they changed the size and all that. I think maybe they were having trouble selling them with the weird size and weight, and then they changed it to where it would end up being 8.888 grams of pure, maybe to try to get sales up. I think they were kind of like playing it by ear, winging it. Oh, I meant to say pass. I put sold in chat. That was actually a pass. There was no bidder on that one. So we will say pass. I did. I just showed you my year of the rooster. I didn't show you. I'm not going to say that. Anybody want to see? Hold on. What do I got here? Hold on. I got something. You guys want to see? Do you guys want to see my little dong or my big dong? Because I got little dong right here. These are 500 dong. And then I got bigger dong right here. These are 1,000. My Kittle got game right there. Is that what you want to see? Okay. Let me put those back. I got those right on the corner of my desk here, Alfredo, with some $50 Australian bills. If anybody needs any $50 Australian bills. Okay. Well, that's it for the sale, everyone. Thank you very much. We sold, I don't know, a good number of the things. Some of the stuff passed. If you see anything on the list of our auction, if you're watching this live now, or if you're watching this in the next, day or so, and you see something that's passed and you think, oh man, I would have bought that at that price, send me an email, let me know. I'm not committing to selling it to you at that price, because as far as I know, the bullion markets are going to open up in a couple, like 25, 30, 40 minutes. And if they change, I'm not going to commit to selling them to you at that price. Or maybe I'll just decide to keep something at that. But there's a chance I will. There's a good chance I will. How many rolls of the BU Swiss coins do I have? I got some of them. I don't have any in roll. I put them all in 2x2s, but I got some Swiss BU coins if you still need those. I got some of those. I don't know what the price is anymore on those because silver prices have changed so much, but if you need some of those, let me know. All right, one note on Canada. If you buy from there, be careful about the tariffs. They are holding orders to the U.S. Well, if the government charges tariffs, then we got to deal with those, Either Canada has to deal with them or they pass them on to our price, one of the two. I don't know. Should we do Fallout tonight? Could do that. Or what we do is we buy from dealers in America that already have the coins, and then there's no tariffs. Then there's no tariffs at all. You buy from an American coin. I'm not charging tariffs. I'll tell you that. All right, what do we got here on the list? Did we sell everything we want to sell? We looking at the list. Let's put this one away. This one didn't sell. Oh, you guys want to do a giveaway? Should I do a giveaway? Guess I could do a giveaway. I had one on the list there. Give away one of my proof Ikes. Could do that. Fallout tonight, huh? I don't know what we're playing tonight. Could do Fallout. What should I do? I played the game to try to win as the Institute last time. Should I try to be who should I be this time? The Railroad? And then win the game as the Railroad, or try to, and then not save, and then the next time we'll do something different? Like, how about one of these silver Ike dollars? It's going to cost me more in shipping to send this out than pretty much anything. But nice silver 1971 proof. Anybody want that for free? All right. Am I missing anything in the... Used to send them to you for free. I never sent anybody anything for free. What are you talking about, Hank? No, we've done those as giveaway prizes before, the Swiss coins, for sure. Maybe you won some as giveaways. I should play Schedule 1. I don't know what that is. Huh. I mean, we do got the monthly free coin giveaway that you guys should all be getting into as well. All right, let's go ahead and give this away. If anybody wants to win this coin, all you got to do is type the next word I type in the chat, One time per person. Break it out of the packaging to ship it? Well, Alfred, it's really crazy that you mentioned that because one of the wholesale companies that I deal with, I have a bunch of these, and I thought about, I got over 140% silver Ikes right now, okay? And I thought about just sending them out wholesale because I got too many of them and silver prices are up enough to where I would be able to make some money on it, right? Not a ton, but not enough money, not a fair price, but enough to where I could just get rid of it. They pay the same price for coins in original packaging, even though this box is a little bit busted. But they pay the same exact price for coins loose in rolls. So why would I send them this? And at the price I looked it up, I think it was $12.80 they were paying per coin. I don't know what the price is today. But why would I send this to them to get $12.80 when I can crack it all out and just throw it in a roll? Right? So I was thinking about busting all the coins out and cutting them all out of packaging and all that. Steve Wood, you zelled me $1. Please confirm. Okay, hold on a second. All right, I gotta log into my bank, which I don't love doing while I'm streaming, just in case I'm sharing the wrong stuff, but I'll do it. What the heck? I don't have that much money in the bank anyway. Now you could probably see that on my screen. You sent me $1. They want me to go to paperless statements right now. No! How do I undo this? I gotta uncheck all these accounts. I want you to mail me my statements, dang it. Alright, why am I have to answer all this stuff? Okay, I can't even log. I'm trying to log into my bank right now. They want paperless statement. I got $1 from Stephen Woods. I did get $1 from you. I did. Confirmed. Yeah, Zelle is just either my phone number or this email address right here. It works. It absolutely works. What are we doing now? All right, let me close my bank stuff and try to get back to where we're at. We're doing a giveaway for a 1991 S proof 40% silver Eisenhower dollar in the brown box. Zelle is nasty. Well, Mark, if you're sending this to somebody, at least the last time I just did Zelle, I bought something from a guy on Facebook. It brings up, like, it tells you their name before you send it. It didn't used to. You used to just push in the like phone number or email and then hit send and it was gone. You had to like really double check. But it should have popped up my name when you did that, right, Steve? Like to tell you ahead of time that it was me. All right. Let's go. I mean, at least it does for me. Maybe, I don't know, depending on... Well, yeah, I don't know. It does tell me. It does tell you the name now. It's still a little scary, right, when you don't know. All right, one guess per... You're not even guessing, really. One entry per person. Type the next word I type in for a chance to win. Everybody will have an equal chance to win. Spelling counts. One per person. No retracting. No emojis. No punctuation. Type the next thing I type. Just go ahead and type the next thing I type one time and you'll have a chance to win. And now I get to see who all the lurkers are. There's Chew. What's going on, Chew? T-Tone, Denmo, Silver Shocker, Silverman, Silver Mountain, Truth. Oh my goodness. One time per person, Truth. Roy, what's going on? All right. What do we got here? How many entries do we got? Anybody that wants this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We got almost 20 entries, somewhere around there. There's Ron. Let's just go ahead and we'll put in... You almost had it right there, Gat. All right, let's just go ahead and put stop in there. We got about 20 entries. I got me a 20-sided die here, and I'm going to roll it. And on my chat and my chat only, whoever is that number in chat gets it. And it's the 6th person. Number 6 right there. Number 6. Who is the number 6 in my chat? And I can share my screen if I wanted to, but I don't really feel like it. You're going to have to trust me. Michael McCall was 1st. Greengo was 2nd. Alfred 3rd. Fish and Hank is 4th. Chew is 5th. Mark Thomas is 6th. Shannon was 7th. You almost had it, Shannon. Mark and C-Tone was 8th. Mark Thomas is number 6. Congrats. Yours. So we'll go ahead and put that on the list. Mark Thomas got the giveaway for $0.00. Congratulations. You remember that die? Yeah, I've been using this for at least 5 years or something like that probably now. Cool. Was that good enough for a giveaway? Or should I do another one? Should I do something different? I don't know. I think you guys got enough giveaways. You were checking some Zelle, Mark. Okay. All right. Hey, if anybody wants to send me more Zelles, you can send me as many Zelles as you want, and I'll probably tell you that I get them. No, I'm just kidding. Anybody else have any other questions about what we did here? Anybody else want last chance at the buy it nows? Let me know. Anything that passed that you want to see? Ringo says roll another one, do another giveaway. I don't really have one totally planned, but I can find something here. Hold on. I could have something here. Oh, I'll do this. This is kind of expensive, though. I don't know if you guys are worth it. I guess you guys are probably worth it. Get this out of the way because we gave that away already. How about this? 1998 proof set. But it's silver proof set. Oh, these are like $30 now or something like that, aren't they? I think so. I don't even know what they go for now. They're nice. Someone ripped open the package like this where it was glued instead of just opening the top and sliding it out like they were supposed to. But that's okay. Should we give this away? Steve says it's not. You guys aren't worth it? Yeah, maybe we should just end the stream, right? Steve votes for ending the stream. Go over the buy it nows. You want to see those real quick? Well, the main ones we have here, Monarch Precious Metals 2-ounce silver bar. The melt value of a 2-ounce right now is $82. $82. We were offering these for $88. A little bit cooler piece. Little 2-ounce tombstone bar. It's an older variety. Got a few of those available. We also have the Tuvalu 2020 007 silver 1-ounce. These go for a little bit of a premium. They were low mintage in 2020. We were offering these at $47 each. And we got some sets of the Ike dollars. And we also have this. We also have the box and paperwork with these. These are the 2022 American Liberty silver medals. Mint issued these for, and I got a bunch of fingerprints on the holder. Let me wipe that off. Mint offered these for $75. They go for quite a bit more now on eBay and in the market because they're really popular. And we're still offering them for $75. And I just put my fingerprint on there again. $75 and you get the box and all the paperwork and everything with it too. So that's pretty much that. Savage package opening. I didn't do it. That's how I got it. Somebody just couldn't figure out the flap on the box. Well, you can get a little bit of glue and probably glue that and nobody would ever know, right? But I'm not doing that. All right, let's give that away. What the heck? No, I would use scissors to do it. Well, if you don't think you're worth it, you guys don't think you're worthy of, if you're like Wayne and Garth saying we're not worthy, then you don't have to enter the giveaway. But if you think you guys deserve a chance to win this, all you got to do is type the next thing I type in the chat. That's it. Next thing I type in the chat, 1 time per person, spelling counts, no multiple entries, not doing a duck race. I'm not set up for that. I don't feel like doing that. 1 time per person. Next thing I type in, that's all you got to do. Good luck. You like the bucking Bronco? You bought it? Yeah, those are great. And Steve, they're finally going up in value. The gold one, I should have kept. I had 2 of the gold ones at one point. I should have kept those. Those go for almost $10,000 a piece. Those are just crazy value now. But the silver ones, because the gold one is so popular and have gone up so much, I see the silver ones selling for 85 to 120-ish on eBay lately. I think somebody's entering more than once. We just got a bunch of entries. Maybe not. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 entries. So if I roll my 20-sided die, that just means Ron doesn't have any chance at all to win. And do I want to do that to my friend Ron? Say, you have no chance of winning. What do you think about it? I mean, it's just Ron, right? It's just Ron. What's he going to do? Tell Ron he has no chance, right? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to get rid of the 20-sided die, and we're going to the 100-sided. We're going to the 100-sided. So that means any number I roll over 21, I got to roll again. We might be here a little bit, okay? 51, roll again. 50, roll again. 16, there we go. Didn't take that long. 16 is going to be the winner. 10 and a 6. 16. We did it for Ron. We leave no man behind here, Steve. We don't do that. This is America, okay? This is America. We're not going to leave a brother behind there. Especially Ron. All right. What do we got here? Who's number 16 in the chat? Anybody think it's them? Let me count. Michael McCall 1, Chris 2, Gringo 3, Gat 4, Chew 5, Alfred 6. Silverman 7, Silver Shocker 8, Shannon 9, Bill 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 10. Bill is 10th. Perplexed is 11, Kyle's 12, T-Tone 13, Truth is 14, Denmo is 15, Steve Woods is number 16. Silver Mountain 17, Roy 18, Aaron 19, Coinman is 20, and Ron is 21. So is Steve Woods. Congratulations. Steve Woods. Sounds good. So I will add that to the giveaway. 1998 silver proof set. Steve Woods for $0 and 0 cents. There we go. Steve wanted to cut out Ron. No, Steve wouldn't do that to Ron. Steve wouldn't have done that to Ron. No way. No, these are pretty nice sets, too. These are pretty nice sets, too. The last set that you can get before they did all that state quarter stuff. And these were real 90% silver before they started doing all that 999 nonsense. Good times. All right, again, if anybody else has any other questions of anything here or wants to anything else about the auction, just let me know. We're going to go ahead and end the stream here, though. You can send me emails. Again, if you won stuff, you should email me. If you know how you want to pay, let me know in that email. We can go from there. Otherwise, if you just want to do PayPal, I can get you an invoice for that. We can figure out how much shipping it is. It's either going to be 5, 10, or 15. Time to go make some dinner. I'm going to need a late lunch or an early dinner too here, Kyle. So, again, thanks everyone for being here. Like Gringo says, thanks for all your support. Do appreciate it. Again, if you see anything in the auction that says pass, let me know and I'll probably still sell it to you. Unless I look in a half hour and gold goes up a whole bunch or silver goes up a whole bunch. And then even then, I still might sell it to you. I don't know, depending on what it is. But don't take advantage of me, people. You know, don't take advantage of me too much. Get some hot and ready, Albert? No, you know what? Domino's has that deal still, but I don't want to leave the house. Domino's has that deal, like any toppings for $9.99 or $10.99 here, I think. I don't want to leave the house, but I could pay for delivery, right? I think I could do that. I don't know. Based on some of the selling prices, I don't know if I can afford that. Yeah, I'll just make some ramen or some mac and cheese or something, I guess. A lot of passes here I'm looking at, so I don't know if I can treat myself to a pizza. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll let you guys go for the rest of the day. I don't know who else is streaming. Maybe there's some more fun to be had in the coin community. Thanks again. If you got questions, email me. And I don't know when the next auction or thing we'll do is. Soon, I hope. I got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to auction still. We can do more. Won't be next weekend. I got a coin club meeting Friday and then a coin show. Maybe we'll see you at the Buonaparte coin show this coming weekend if you'd like to meet up. Um, but yeah, make sure to get in that monthly free coin giveaway as well. Thanks again, everybody, for all the support. Peace out, everybody. Thank you again.